The Swedish fish?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what you call them.
Swedish fish. Good. Makes me drink more.
I'll
Cool.
write that down. Swedish fish are vegan friendly.
Oh.
Yeah, I haven't eaten licorice in a while.
Which basically just means that they don't have gelatin in them.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Well, they're artificial gelatin, not real gelatin.
It's plant-based.
Yeah.
I mean,
basically.
Probably some kind of cornstarch, honestly.
I trust them. Yeah.
You trust them.
One of the few things that I still remember from school when I was like 15 to 18, that sort of age bracket. One of my teachers was his most shared fact that he liked to blow people's mind with is that, oh, licorice is made from ox blood.
What?
And he brought it up just randomly, and it wasn't even true.
No, it's
Very much true.
completely untrue. It's made from a root.
What a fucking troll.
I don't know if he truly believed it or if he just wanted people
Just
to
like,
stop
oh
eating
yeah,
licorice.
you know,
He was testing to see how many people would fact check him.
yeah, exactly. He was disappointed.
No, I'm pretty sure he said that because he didn't want us like eating candy in class, and like we brought licorice, and I guess he wanted to shock us, but I distinctly remember us just going, "Oh, okay, all right."
Yeah.
I
kept eating.
distinctly remember being in class, and we had gone to the local shop for lunch, and came back with a bunch of snacks we weren't meant to eat in class, and we thought we were being sneaky through the entire lesson, eating donuts as it went on, and we got to the end of the lesson, we were leaving, and the teacher pulled me and my friend aside and said, "All right, I won't tell anyone about the donuts if you let me have one."
Yeah.
That's a deal. All right, here you go.
One time in class, we put a bicycle we found in the park on top of the blackboard and just pretended it wasn't there.
Nice.
Man.
Was it a real blackboard?
Yeah,
Those were phased out before I went to school.
really. Well, we
You're
had
a thoughtful child.
we had the blackboards and overhead projectors, and I'm pretty sure
Oh, yeah.
schools still have blackboards and overhead projectors.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know that little projector that you would roll out?
Oh god, on like a
Little
table.
gray thing? Yeah.
Oh wow.
You put like some sort of plastic sheet on there. And
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
Oh,
bringing back
I think
terrible
the
memories.
The visualizers, yeah.
That's the oldest projector thing that.
can we
Yeah,
not
yeah,
talk
yeah.
about school anymore?
Another one.
okay. Let's get to something more
Think
relevant.
about it. Isn't it crazy we have a culture where we have this shared experience with like most people
Most
in
people.
the world have to go through this
Yeah.
entirely by design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a
Yeah.
natural thing. It's
This
entirely
was
artificial.
intended, yeah.
Nowadays, my entire organization is giving every single student an iPad.
Wow.
50,000 kids.
Jesus.
I mean, I guess it. I mean,
The world
Back
we're
in
in.
some
my
kids are
day,
gonna have
What a,
them.
what a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Time to equalize, right?
Yeah.
back in my day, we got our education from transparent plastic sheets, and we liked it.
We were told
We lived
that
in a
we had
paper
to
bag on the side of the motorway.
That was
learn
like
to
the
use
best
a,
time. Like,
an ink pen to
Yeah.
write, because that's the future. Oh no!
Yeah, oh god.
I'm
You
glad.
won't
we
always
learned it.
have a calculator in your pocket.
I've never
5 years
not had a
later.
calculator. Literally.
When I actually got real math, it was like, so, the teacher was like, okay, so you have a phone that can calculate, but now let's get a real calculator. Real.
And now you can have scientific calculators on every phone. Ever.
No, math teacher, I can literally photograph and
it will solve it for me.
a formula on my phone that will solve it for me. So, anyways, I don't know how to transition out of this because this is ridiculous. Who wants to do the recap?
I feel like I probably should.
I feel like it was a
Right.
you session.
It was very much Darius and Ariad session.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Ari, you can take it if you want.
No, that's alright. That's okay.
Fine. All right. Last time on Odyssey of the Dragonlords, we had a lot of RP at the beginning. Actually, pretty much exclusively RP from the whole session. We started off having finished our business on the island of Themis, and there was a lot of emotions going around. Artemisia was feeling feelings about actually using Medusa powers. Ariad was processing what was going on with her tribe and finding her great sword. Bulbug was sad that he lost a buddy. There was a whole bunch of things going on, and but then we decided to go to the Bard, to the island of the Fates. So we did, and I think on the way, Pythor stopped and told Artemisia that maybe he could, instead of the plan that we currently had, we wait for the Oath of Peace to expire and meet him on the battlefield in Mitros, which is an interesting idea being tossed around. We got to the Bard, and first, before that happened, Ariad went and talked to the Oracle and found out that she could not be seen in Versi's visions. Most of the time, even ordinary people will have, just their destiny will still be shown to them, but it's just nothing to speak of. But she actually saw nothing, and had a long chat about that. That was interesting to learn about, her experience of the tribe just disappearing. So we got to the island of the Fates, and we were guided in by cursed monstrosities. We met the hags, and they offered everyone a horrible deal, except for Ariad, for information that they gave for free, where she learned that her existence had been erased by Mitros herself to protect Ariad from Lutheria. She was apparently destined to defeat death or conquer death or something, and Lutheria was not into that, and so slew the entire tribe. And then, as an act of desperation, or who can speak for Mitros? But the move that she made was to just erase all knowledge of Ariad from the world, and so Lutheria promptly forgot about what she was doing. Thank you. Yeah. So the souls of Ariad's tribe, unbeknownst to Lutheria, are in the scythe that she carries, and so it's her destiny to go and break the scythe and free her people. Darius came there for what he needed to resurrect Arethaxel, and had a horrible decision to make, and decided that none of the options fit, so he intentionally made a oath that he has no intention of keeping, deciding that he would rather face the Furies and suffer the consequences than give over Eudora, Versi, or Darathaxel. And then he learned the truth about his past, about who he was in the Dragonlords, where the treasure's being kept, about releasing a god killer, and also put together 2 and 2 from some other information we learned from Fates, that the wingless dragon is in fact Hezebel, a former dragon that he used to ride alongside. So yeah, we have a plan or a rough idea of what to do next. But before that, we're going to Fire Island to try and free the goddess of swiftness from her volcanic prison. And here we are.
Here we are indeed. I should probably unmute myself. So I think it would then be the point where you choose a constellation to travel to.
Yes. What even was the name
Yeah.
of this?
It's on our sheet somewhere.
It is.
Well,
I haven't opened it for once.
The one that led to Fire Island.
Once the tabs
Yes,
load down.
Fire Island. If nothing else, we have people who live there.
That's true. The
We've been
prisoner.
taking raids, but you know.
The prisoner. Good old DM. That's the
Yes.
name of the constellation of which we wish to travel to.
The goddess of swiftness is named Chelsea, apparently.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I learnt the name of the goddess of beauty that's only revered in Arisia, as well.
Oh.
And it's so obvious. It's Narcissus,
Oh.
obviously.
But it's not, you know, those are not real gods.
Oh, I mean, you know.
Like Mitros, you know?
Is Mitros? She's just the sun now, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty important thing to have.
It is important. Was
You
there
know?
not a sun before her though, or did she just replace the sun?
That's a good question.
Did she explode the
I
sun?
feel like you should have more faith.
I feel I feel like you know, the gods or aspects, and you know they can add aspects. I suppose people are like, oh, I guess Mithras is the sun. So you know, it's just
I think,
it's
didn't
a
she, like,
license thing.
Didn't
you
she
know?
like sacrifice herself or like
Yeah, to
ascend?
save mankind.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
became the sun by doing that somehow.
Well,
know, let's not
because she
question it.
shines the light on
I mean, I have
the
questioned it.
future. Blah blah.
None of the gods want to talk about it, so...
None of the gods want to talk about it. They're
No,
very
No, I
secretive.
no
have my
point in asking
theories, but I'm told I'm paranoid, so we'll see.
Mm.
He always
Let's
spends
see.
what, like 45 minutes after last session trying to
Man.
piece together
Oh, I
what
spent a
was
lot
gone.
longer. I'll tell you that.
Can
It was a
confirm.
long night.
Anyway, go to the prisoner.
Yeah. What could go wrong? That's a nice place.
So Mitros is generally considered to be the goddess of dawn and not the sun.
Nah, she's the sun.
No, the sun would stay down if she didn't. She's the goddess of hope and things, and she's in the city I'm from is named after her, so she's
Yeah.
important.
It's just interesting that
Work.
there's the 5, but there seems to be at least another 2 that we know of.
Yeah, but though we don't know that those can actually grant like divine power, right?
Guess we don't. Guess we don't.
Like we haven't met them or heard that they like people have all sorts of folk
They're
religions
just
for
from the
sure.
Thylean gods. There's-
Oh no,
Yeah.
no, it's as in like the goddess of beauty is a thing. She's in
Yeah,
Arisia.
Mhm.
Not that
But
she's
she might
been
just be
seen
like-
recently, but you know, that's
She might not be like a real, you know,
Be a
goddess.
demigod.
You know,
Yeah.
she could be like level 15 or something. That's still pretty badass.
uh-huh. Is that where godhood starts?
No. Point.
All right.
Yes. Exactly there.
The prisoner. Well, hopefully we'll find a maybe god called Chelsea.
I'm curious. I'm ready to
If you
figure
can make the boat go faster, that would be great.
All right, do remind me, did we do any days on sea last session? At the end of last
Yes,
session?
when we sailed,
Yep.
but not at the end, I don't think.
Yeah, no, we finished basically getting to the boat. Like we had a long chat on our way to the boat, and we were like, "Great, we're at the boat," and then we ended.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
we're still on. As far as I'm aware, we're still on the same day.
Yeah, we
Like,
haven't
we've
left.
We've just been to the Fates.
Yeah.
Okay. Then, without further ado, the boat can set off into the sunset once more.
Mhm.
Which means that I would like a d20 from someone.
Go ahead, Darius. I feel like this is...
I will blame you if.
Uh-oh.
How appropriate.
That's a D2. So
The
I feel
Furies
like
have arrived already.
Uh oh.
50 chance.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
D2. Well,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Bound to not be very good roll.
11. There we go. 2
Oh,
ones.
okay. I see a theme here.
11 does mean something happens.
Oh no.
Ooh. Also,
So give me a d100.
D100, you say?
Not the Kraken.
To
I was
see
gonna say,
how
usually when
screwed we are.
when they ask
53.
for another roll, it's not good.
Yeah.
Well, it has been good. We got Star
Give me
Map.
a perception check. Okay, now give me a nature check.
Just like, ooh.
Fortitude save.
What is your passive perception?
Oh.
All right. Let me see. Am I prepared for this? I think I am.
Oh no. Oh,
A giant whale.
The
I welcome
Kraken
whatever it
appears.
is.
The Kraken!
There's
The
some.
God Killer's back!
But wouldn't it be cool to get a crack at him before we have to go for him for real?
I mean, yeah, I'm into it.
Oh, I don't have the token made. Well, that's awkward, but that is a quick thing. What happens then? During your travels, the weather is so-so. There's a few clouds, faint rains and such. The waves are a bit choppy, although nothing that anyone would call a storm, unless you've never seen wind before. But through the sounds of just the waves hitting the hull of the boat, you then quickly hear the screeches of 6 monstrous flying creatures suddenly appearing above your ship. They, from the looks of it, as they circle above, pretty low down actually, look like great feline beasts circling overhead on scaly reptilian wings. They do, however, have uncanny human-like faces protruding from their wild manes edged with barbed quills. They circle, making their screeching sounds, obviously wanting attention. The sailors, getting a bit worried. Many of them shouting, running below decks, getting spears and oars to potentially fight off these things. And once they see that they were in fact noticed, their screechy howls morph into malicious insults delivered in perfect common speech as they screech down in one voice made from 6, as they say, "Pathetic mortals traveling in areas that belong to Sidon, the god of storms. You will be required to honor him appropriately. We require living sacrifice, or we shall take one from you." The sailors pretty much look to you guys.
I mean, Ariad is up in the crow nest.
Demas will call for all the common sailors to get downstairs.
Yeah.
This is something for the epic heroes of legend, the proud. And then yeah, I mean, he's got his
I mean,
javelin.
Ariad is up in the crow nest. How close are they to her?
Not that far. They're circling like almost
Like here?
insultingly low. Let's put it that way.
Oh.
Like more like here. Around
Okay.
the
Well,
the top of the
Ariad
nest.
will do her what's it called? What? Thunder wave. Not to hit them, and she will speak. Who are you to question our authority here? I am a descendant of Sidon, and you will move or be destroyed.
Nice.
They answer, "Then you know that our demand is just."
What do you even say to that? I don't know.
I think we're just gonna end up fighting them.
Spear into its mouth.
Yeah, right? I'm like, well, I guess I'll shoot one down.
Demas is ready. He's just like,
Yeah.
letting the sailors get downstairs and such.
Let me see here.
They-
So
they-
I'll actually
Like,
come
he wants-
upstairs to the deck.
The sailors sort of hesitate. They are, after all, like, they're there to keep the boat safe and such. Although they do make their way downstairs at the urging of you.
I mean, they can be under this like deck thing. Like this is still like just where the oars are, right? They can have like pikes and stuff out of there if they want.
Yeah. Actually,
Bows
there's
aimed up.
stairs over there too.
Bulldog can fight if he wants
Do
to.
they count as humanoid?
Absolutely not. I can
Okay.
show you exactly what they are in just a
Lion
second.
Manticores?
They are manticores, yes.
Yeah. I know. I hear a Manticore when I see one. Or those.
And they are flying.
Yuck.
This is 6. There we go. They're
Yeah,
like
I think she will
30
just
feet up.
speak to then. Well, then it'll be your doom, and then
Yeah, they seem fairly intent on getting to act here before all the sailors get into safety. So we're going to initiative then.
All right.
Initiative.
It's the wrong one. Is this the right one?
Hmm.
This Manticore.
I can never fucking tell. Did I actually roll? Because on my screen it just said only
Yes.
GM can perform add to initiative.
You are in the initiative, so yes.
Okay. That's weird. Let me just. I think I have 2 macros on my token. And I think only one of them.
Yeah, we'll take a look at that later.
Okay.
This Manticore here smashes on top of the deck in front of this poor sailor as he makes his way to the stairs. And will attack him. Trying to spike him.
No, not Sailor 106.
Number 34.
He's much more
Sailor
important.
34.
All right. This
Uh-oh.
Oh, down there. See.
Dead.
Manticore will try to attack him. Claw, and bite, missing all of them as this sailor like pulls out the little knife he uses to like deck work with and just totally parries this Manticore in some panicked adrenaline fueled inspiration of combat prowess.
Yikes. Excellent.
Well,
He'll be promoted.
Oh, done, dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, step back.
I thought he was toast.
I'll come here and start murdering.
All right. 16 and 22 hit.
Cool.
Punch for 15. Manticore screeches. Any indication that they're capable of speech having disappeared to be replaced by wild beasts once more. This sailor. Well, there isn't enough people for him to man the ballista, so he's just going to disappear down deck, below deck. This Manticore. Drop down here.
Are Bulldog and Brunt up here? I see their
That's a
tokens
good point.
down.
Bront would not be. He apparently considers himself one of the sailors and just jumped down the middle and hid.
Rocks the boat.
Bulldog, however, that's a good point. He wants to be part of this.
Lizard folk, get out of here.
So this Manticore never rolled initiative, apparently.
So actually, I just standing here, sort of semi-depressed, looking out over the edge.
There.
She just flies away.
This Manticore drops down and will attack the sailor. For a hit, a miss, and a hit. That is not enough to drop him yet. He's hanging in there. This sailor will disengage and jump, taking the full damage. He's gone. Demos.
Well, we have more of them coming, but I guess I might as well act. I mean, the faster we kill some, the better.
Yeah.
Dimas will move over. And we'll use I think trident is fine here. 2 step, and bonus smack.
Those are some rolls.
Nice.
Yeah,
29 damage.
they all hit. This Manticore looks thoroughly bloodied.
Well, happy for him that I have an action search.
Ooh.
Allows me to do it again. Have at you, beast.
All
I think
hits.
you'd get the bonus action.
The first
That's
attack
true.
is
No bonus
enough.
action.
The first attack is enough to kill him.
Nice.
It.
Right, then
Still have some movement.
yeah, we'll just finish that by going back here. And I guess the last attack will just be must have been. I'm not going to throw this thing in the ocean.
Yeah.
It's opened a couple doors at this point, so.
And as one of them
Some more food.
is brutally dispatched, this Manticore, who apparently looked like it was going to charge, land on the boat as well, pretty much comes to a screeching halt and goes the other way instead. As the Manticores, once again, as one voice, slightly diminished with one of their number down, instead say, "So, you have chosen death. We shall return to exact brutal vengeance about those who defy the laws of the sea." This guy will fly away.
Come do it right now.
No.
Fucking cowards.
Bulbug is disappointed. He was getting excited, and now they're leaving.
Get that number 4 wire. Billbug is still here.
It's true, but there's
Yeah.
he can't get there.
Leaping
You can do it.
body slam.
Leaving. Yeah. Come on, Bulbug, jump over the edge.
He is very much aware that he is the opposite of aerodynamic. Not
Hop
gonna
smack.
try.
Take a dash action and go like that.
This sailor feels confident. He's just gonna stand there and like insult manticores in their stupid faces.
That's right.
This one is leaving. These sailors will not do anything. Darius will do anything.
So we're on the same. It's the same day as the Fates, right?
Yeah,
So
it is the day after.
Oh, the day afterwards. Oh, okay, never mind. That changes what I was gonna do. Nah, I mean they're fleeing. Whatever. Just, take out a short bow and ready to attack someone who doesn't fly away. Like if there's any more hostile action.
They all seem to agree that they shouldn't just attack you anymore. That didn't work out.
Sure did not.
Oh, the thing is, we're legendary heroes, so
Mhm.
whatever they can do
Well,
is
play
not
by
going
the
to be the
rules.
worst thing we have to deal with.
Yeah.
Is it me?
Yep.
Oh, finally. Well, I'm gonna shoot at, well... I gotta check my range, because that one's very far away. Alright. I mean, surely something with 120 range, though, would be sufficient, right?
Depends on
Fire more on them. But it's like
120 range is plenty.
Yeah.
Only 60 away.
Oh, right. Did I switch off the grid again? Is that like a thing? Yeah, it sure does. Yeah, I will cast on the Manticore then, trying to casting time attack. Yes. My spell attack.
Which
Does
one?
that hit
Against which one?
the Manticore by the Manticore 4?
Yes, it hits.
Right. I gotta see here. Okay. Now I have a question sheet, and everyone else who's multi-classed. Does the plus in level still count if it's not the same kind of level?
If it's a cantrip, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's so cool. So then it is 2d10.
Yeah, for your cantrips, it might be a good idea if you made macros, so you could just push them out.
Yeah.
Things. But yeah, the Fire burns the Manticore.
I didn't know Harriet was multiclass. It's exciting.
This Manticore is gonna fuck off.
Mhm.
Artemisia, you wanna do anything?
I mean,
If you can get it, you can do it. Just
I just noticed that 39 never entered the initiative, so he's gone.
I think Manticore 4 could probably die. If I really wanted to get over there. Let me just do very quick math. I could get close to him, but... so we'll move my base 45. And then...
Into nothingness.
You Spider-Man jumping off the mast.
I mean, I can just go here, right?
Yeah.
Just go over the gap. And then I will use one of my key points for Step of the Wind to bonus action dash. And then I will throw a javelin at the Manticore.
First one hits. Stabbing it for 6. And then it's gonna double move away.
Makes sense.
stab it, sailor.
Oh, he will. Aha. Slashing it for 7. Yeah. Combat is over. Suffice to say that morale among the sailors is great. These creatures, among others, are the bane of sailors, as, you know, they will demand stuff of them, and if you don't pay, they just take your people. And generally, your average sailor can't do much about them.
Ah. Well, it's a good thing we all keep good company then. Conquer the seas together.
One of the manticores has been slain. The sailors discussing whether that would make a good meal, or if you can you eat manticores? They've never had to deal with that question.
Yeah.
Bullbuck can eat Manticore if it's bad, so
If you
he'll do it.
try hard enough,
But it's kind of
anything is
weird to eat
possible.
something that speaks.
Is it?
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Feels weird.
I'd eat a
He's
parrot.
not into it. You know what? Maybe not. Maybe not eat Manticore. Seems unhealthy.
Well,
Maybe Sidon wanted a reward, and we shall throw it overboard to him so that he may have his creature back. That seems reasonable.
That seems to be the most morally unambiguous solution.
you wanted a sacrifice? There you go. You
Yeah,
got one.
exactly. Here you go.
We do like a mock sacrifice to Sidon.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, I think the manticores want someone to eat, and
Yeah.
you
You
know.
guys imagine that slippery slope we come back to Metros and have embraced like the religious cannibalism. What happened? You're like, well, I mean, first there's Manticores, then Geigens were kind of on the table, and I mean, soon, you know, so one thing led to another.
I mean, you know,
We're
our
the
stores are
legendary
getting pretty
heroes.
low, so I remember hearing, you know, eating your kill. It's a thing.
Yeah. During this entire fight, Xerxia was also present, but mostly just rolling her eyes.
Sigh. Putting on more like goth makeup.
As the travel continues, mostly unimpeded.
I will go over to Kira if this is the next day. During my long rest, I will unattune from the Boreal Harp and attune to the Instrument of the Bards instead. And I'll have to someone's got to keep us going on a 2-day schedule. So I would like to go talk to Kira, if I may.
Sure. She seems to have taken up residence next to the captain's chair.
Of course. Yeah. Looks like he hasn't slept well overnight. Not really in as good a mood or as friendly welcome as he normally does. But he waves over to Kira as he walks up the steps, sluggishly.
She's basically sitting on the floor, like weird cross-legged stance, half laying down, just sort of nibbling like on the end of one of her pens.
Good morning, Kira.
Good morning, Darius.
I have a gift for you.
I do like those. Do continue.
He reaches out and takes out the Boreal Harp made out of Eudora's hair and made by Vulcan, and a replacement for the one she lost. And with both hands, gently holds it out towards her.
She'll like hop up, take it, inspect it. She'll say, "Looks basically identical to the one I used to have. I liked that one a lot, although I never really used it. It just mostly stood around looking pretty. Then it got stolen, which is a whole thing."
Well, as lovely as it would have been to find your original and return it to you, I'm glad that the second one is quality that you appreciate. On our last voyage, was able to recover my old instrument. Takes out the quill from my days as a Dragonlord. And seems that I won't be able to wield both. Not everyone can attune to multiple instruments of such power. Gives her a little smile. So I would like to return this to you, and if you see fit, I would be honored if you would take up the position of Wind Whisperer. Gestures to the sails.
I suppose I can do that.
I'm sure you'd know best how. Just leaves it at that.
I'm just trying to consider whether you using a magical pen will be considered cheating in our little competition or not. I suppose
Well,
you need every advantage you can get, so it's fine.
I would agree. I mean, you do want a challenge, don't you?
If I had the choice between winning and a challenge, I would take the former.
Well, I certainly plan on making you work for your win.
She like half smiles at that. Now, is there anything else you'd want? I mean, I am literally a god, so usually the people who give me something want something in return, which is rather inconsiderate, I think, all things considered.
No, I would agree. No, I didn't have anything in mind. Though, since you ask, I would ask for your knowledge. Do you happen to know of a spell named Greater Restoration? Checks his notes.
I know of what you speak, but I don't really do magic well. Well, that's not true. I'm actually rather good at magical things. I just have problems deciding what I want to do in the moment, so things just sort of happen.
I've noticed. I still remember the butterflies.
If anyone would be able to help you, it would be my sister Valis, of course.
I thought so, but as you say, asking a question from a god is always worth something. I'll speak to Valis, see if I can get some more information from her. Thank you very much, and I hope you enjoy your harp.
She smiles and like pokes at the harp strings, producing an incredibly like discordant chord. She continues, making eye contact the entire time as she produces horrible sounds.
Yeah. Well, oh yeah, expect nothing less. And I'll leave her to it. Before trying something, he'll take out the pen or the quill that he's recently attuned to and start writing out a message in front of him, and very like Tom Riddle, I am Lord Voldemort, like the letters appearing, and he'll cast sending from the pen.
Okay, sure.
And I would like to send the following message to Valis.
All right. Well, yeah, it's a guaranteed.
I've confirmed that it's 25 words.
Yeah, I will not give you a response written in actual words, but
Mhm.
to summarize, after a few moments, you get the response that yes, your request has been handled. And also, to your second question, that will need to be discussed.
All right, I cannot reply until tomorrow, but I will keep that in mind. All right, that's me for this day. He goes and I think if anyone does look for Darius or pay attention, since he's no longer required to spend most of his day doing the control weather, he takes the books and he takes Chandris' spell book, and he's basically furiously searching through all kinds of magical texts, looking for information that might be relevant to his situation. And that's pretty much all he does. It's like furiously poring over them.
I mean, Muz is just gonna maybe show Arya some more shield maneuvers. You know, didn't need them against the Manticores, but we'll find something for the rest of the day.
Yeah, she'll join in. Still not really talking a lot or communicating if it's not about what they're doing.
Yeah, Demas doesn't know Arya enough to really know what's unusual and what isn't.
Does Bullbug train with you guys?
Yeah, of course.
He'll join you if you let him.
Yeah, he has to learn how to use the shield after all.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a spiky shield. Imagine that. Barn door with spikes on it.
Oh, if we can get Bullbug part of the shield wall, that'd be amazing.
Exactly right. He wants to be amazing. You know he does.
Oh yeah.
Beyond that, I mean, tomorrow is the day when we arrive, right? Demas wants to make sure he talks to the lizard folk and to the giant before we actually get to the islands. We have an idea of what to expect. Beyond that, I don't believe we have gotten the story about the prisoner, have we?
We have. That's how we knew about it.
Right.
Yes, that was the story about Chelsea was imprisoned inside the island.
Yeah. We believe, and well, is this called Fire Island?
Because of the big volcano.
Yep, big old volcano.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so these lizard folk, they seemed like they were cool.
They spent most of their time just sort of hissing towards the bronze general direction and just being, that click in the corner that is keeping distance from everyone.
So, what's your problem with him?
Does Demos speak Draconic?
No, he speaks in common.
Well, these two all look at him, acknowledge his presence, but not really respond, sort of looking at each other, questioning.
Jeez, I feel like, given that you're on a ship with people who speak common, maybe you should take the time to learn. You know, look around for Artemisia. Remember her snakes being able to talk to them. That makes sense. They both have scales.
The prejudice of this man.
Wow, Ariad has
Artemisia.
skills. She does not speak Draconic.
Could you take the talk with these lizard folk? I would like to know what we're actually going into. I'll talk to Brun, see if I can figure out his side of things, and then we can talk about it all together.
I can try, although the dragon language that the shield gives me knowledge of is different to these lizard folk. It's very broken. It's difficult to ascertain exactly what they mean.
Well, at least Brun can give us the full story.
Perhaps one-sided.
Oh, definitely. Anyone else want to talk to Brun?
Brond is currently below deck. Apparently, Bulwark has been showing him around a bit.
Squeezing heavily through the small stairs.
Yeah, I mean, Darius will be there if you, say that, hey, we should talk and figure out what's going on.
Mhm.
Is it, we still on day 1 or are we on day 2?
No, it's day 1 still.
Okay. Yeah.
Sure, if you want to talk to them, just move over.
Ariad, you're welcome too, and of course Artemisia. So I feel like you have to stay out. You're legendary heroes too.
You're always welcome.
As you arrive, Bulwark appears to be telling Bron some sort of story about that time he got captured again, and then they used a really, really bad cage that he sort of just bent the bars to get some food, and then he went back inside the cage and bent the bars back into shape, which apparently someone saw. They got very confused, and Bulwark found that very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Bron seems to be mostly just nodding along, not really got interested, but appreciating the company nonetheless. So they both sort of turn around as you approach.
Hey, Brunt. See you're settling in well.
He nods. He says, yes, it's a very, very small boat, but it's the one you have.
He nods, yeah. The Ultras, we didn't make it, but certainly could use maybe 4 times the size. Eventually, maybe. We'll see. Not really made as a ferry. So we're going to your home now. We'd like a little more knowledge about what we're actually going into here.
Well, I've never been in too many places there. I'm mostly at the forge. I make things. That's my job. Mostly weapons, really.
Can you tell us anything about the volcano there?
Oh, it's big and very hot, and the Yankor he sacrifices things to it every now and then because that's his job, and Sidon rewards him for that, and it's a very good system. Works.
What kinds of things does he sacrifice?
Oh, just usually other lizard folk. Not too many visitors in there.
Mhm.
Sometimes.
All right. Do you think you'd be very upset if we relieved him of his job?
I think so.
You
Very
would be
much
very
upset.
upset?
I mean, I see no reason to.
Well, things are going to be a little different going forward, and we don't believe that it's necessarily right to force people to jump into the volcano.
I mean, if he doesn't force them, they wouldn't.
Well, maybe he could, if he believes that to be a good cause. Gotta sort of stand up for what you believe in, and speak before you act, right? Or act as you say.
I don't think that would work very well. They need a leader after all. He's
Yeah.
good, I was told by him.
But I understand there's also other tribes on the island, right?
Oh yeah, a couple. Don't know their names though, or they just disagree with how things are, but you know how people
Yeah.
never happy.
But what do you want out of life here? What's your? Do you just want to make stuff?
Because we have a good place for you to do that.
What's your deal? I wanna help you. Try to make
He,
winner in all this.
he thinks and frowns. Never given it too much thought, I would just like to be left alone mostly, I think. Have some friends, perhaps good food.
Yeah. No, it seems very reasonable.
Mhm.
You're not really a political man.
He just shrugs. I have too many fingers to be very picky about what I do, So he wiggles his 10 fingers per hand.
That's fair. All right, then we might go. We might go in, leaving you on the boat until we know what the situation is like. You were kidnapped by Amazon raiders, yes?
He nods. Yes, it was very, very rude, actually.
They must have been very successful pushing in to get to you.
He shrugs. I did walk around sometimes. Bad timing.
Well, they clearly recognized your talent.
Deimos, this is his home. If he wants to come with us once we land, we should allow him.
I mean, if I don't come with you, then I can't introduce you, and it would be rather awkward, really.
Yeah, precisely.
I just couldn't help but notice that the lizard folk on the deck don't seem too fond of you. I feared perhaps that others might react similarly. Given our difficulties of communicating, it could lead to escalations that don't need to happen.
Yankor can speak quite well, like, that wouldn't be a problem, and I mean, yeah, there are disagreements between the lizard folk on the island, sure, but once we get to the volcano, there's only Yankor and his folk.
Give us a move a little closer. Well, Yankor is a servant of Sidon, right? And it just so happens that Sidon wants to kill us all, sort of personally. So
No, I don't think so.
give us sort of nonsense. Yeah, it's sort of why we're all here together, really, to try not to have that happen.
I mean, I've heard about that, but I think you can just talk to Sidon, He's reasonable sometimes.
You must not. I've actually thought about that, but I don't know how to really get in. How would you even begin?
So I can help you with that. Like,
Yeah.
you've got all the things here already. Like, you've got one of those big white oxen with you. I heard you had 3, but a dragon ate 2 of them, so I guess 1 will be enough. Which you burn and you state that it is for Sidon, and then he'll enjoy that a lot. So the next time you meet him, he might not kill you immediately.
Well, how do you then meet him?
Well, that's a problem, isn't it? I mean, you're on a boat on the ocean, so it's inevitable, really. Maybe not him personally, but it is said that he can look through the eyes of any Cyclops. So maybe if I just stare at you for a while, then then he'll at least have seen you, and then he knows how you look. So, and you just go down further out into the ocean, into the Forgotten Sea, and you could go to his tower. You can just has a big old dock, I heard. So this small boat should have no problem anchoring there.
Yeah, well, we have trouble navigating the sea out there. Wouldn't know
No,
how.
yeah, that's a problem, isn't it?
We were offered help, but what do you think of the cult Lutheria? Well, I guess you don't like them much, given.
Yeah, I don't mind Lutheria personally, but I think the interpretations of what she likes can be quite off-putting.
Hmm. Yeah, Demos is beginning to feel like his Mitrosian humanoid sensibilities are lost on giant kind. Well, how is leadership chosen in the on this island?
Front blinks. Well, it's Yankor. He got Sidon's favor, so I suppose Sidon chose him. It's quite simple, really. I like it. It's very, very straightforward.
What if someone more powerful with another deity backing them sort of knocked him out, took his spot?
I haven't really thought about that. I don't think that would be very, very easy.
It doesn't have to be easy.
Did Yankor's predecessor also worship Sidon? Or was that taken from him once Yankor started working with him?
I think before Yankor it was someone else, but then I don't actually know exactly what happened.
You
But I think,
you were brought along later?
well, no, but I never really paid too much attention. I think that the lizard before Yankor also worshipped Sidon, but he never got given a staff by him.
A staff?
Yes, Yankor got a staff.
What sort of staff?
It's one that shoots lightning at all.
Oh. That sounds very much like Sidon.
Mm-hmm. Well then, any day now. Must be excited to return home.
Oh, quite excited, yes. The Amazons had a really tiny foundry, although the equipment was actually nicer than Yankor's, but Yankor respects the work I do, and that's all I really want.
Oh, yeah, I think actually my uncle might be someone you might like to meet someday.
I was thinking something similar. And isn't he your grandfather?
Oh, yes, actually.
It's fairly similar to you, likes building stuff, likes, say, hanging out alone or with a couple people.
Bron shrugs.
We have a few things he's made. Darius, you have something, right? Harp and such.
Do I?
Yeah.
I don't think I've received anything from since.
Amulet?
Since no. It's on the list.
What the harp?
Oh yeah, I made the harp. You see, funny story. Kira has that now.
Well, amazing.
The thing that's propelling us fast.
He also will tap the shield, and that he has, and say, he makes things like this. Maybe you could work together on something.
Bron will.
He appreciates craftsmanship beyond all. and has connections to people that make sure he lives well.
We'll inspect the item. Like letting his many fingers run over the seams and such. Nodding, he says, "This is quite good. Quite good. I can make things like this too."
Maybe you could even give each other some pointers.
He shrugs. I suppose, though I'm not a big fan of sharing. You know,
You could have a contest.
I don't think that's. I think that's quite childish.
Yeah, give us shrugs. I suppose. Well, it's an offer. Regardless, we'll get your forge back probably, and we'll see how. Just, Brunt, you know what? We've been through some stuff, you and I would hate for that to sour. So, whatever happens, just if things turn bad, try to stay out of the way of that. I hope that's okay.
What exactly? I mean, we're just going there. You'll drop me off, and then we'll have a bit of food near the volcano. They've got a fairly large table and such that I was never really allowed to sit on, but it exists. So I don't see how that can go wrong.
Are we telling him?
Tell him what?
Well, I mean, we kind of want to imprison or break free the goddess of swiftness, right?
Do we?
I think so.
I think your sister going to say, Brunt,
Oh yeah,
I don't know exactly what's going to happen, but I know that there are things hidden under that island that might become evocative. I also know that there's some disagreement between the tribes that might not have been there when you left.
Oh, there's always been disagreements.
I don't know exactly how it's going to play out. That's all I'm really comfortable saying.
I did hear about something being in the volcano, but it's not really something you pull out of it. I don't think that's possible. I heard that the sacrifices were to make sure it stays down there, so I suppose if you just stopped doing that, it would come out eventually.
Oh,
I don't know what that would be.
I don't know exactly, but it seems to be some sort of big deal. Is the whole reason why Yanka and his firewalkers, they call themselves, are on that volcano. It's a pretty terrible place, actually, very hot.
Well, we'd actually heard about it being in the volcano that we would like to talk to, because maybe it could be a friend. We are all about freeing people. We freed you. That turned out great. So
I don't think you can talk to magma.
oh
And
no,
that's
there's something else down there.
basically all there is.
Timo shrugs. You know what? It's fine. Yeah, well, he'll reach up his hand to fist bump one of Brunt's massive hands. Yeah, so many. It seems fair. And so yeah, well, thank you for the information. When we land, is there a particular spot that'd be good?
I suppose we can try to land really close to the volcano. There's a river that goes to the way that most of the little folk used to get up there. It's like the front door, so to speak.
Well, we want to put a boat in a place where it's safe.
I mean, that is the safest place, as close to Yanko's people as you can. Otherwise, you have to deal with the other tribes.
I sort of want to. They might know more about what's in the volcano.
No, I don't think they would want to tell you.
Yanko, we can be very Brunt. We can be very persuasive people. Though, do you know if any of them speak, languages?
I think, well, most don't really bother because it's just lizard folk, but I'm sure that all tribes try to find ways to deal with the sailors that sometimes can come, if only to, take the stuff from their boats and such.
Well, that's interesting. They might have stuff then.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think we'll enjoy visiting the island. If you want to go ahead, I suppose you could do that. Or would you rather we come with you immediately? Do you think that's better?
I could travel by myself. I mean, isn't too much on the island that would really threaten me after all.
No, thinking more like would be good if we come with you for introductions or some sort.
We could look at the island afterwards.
Yeah.
If you excuse me, I'm adjourn myself from this.
I mean,
conversation.
maybe you can talk to the other tribes and such if you like, and I'll go ahead to Yankor and make sure he knows that you're coming.
No.
No, nope, that's
No?
not happening. No.
Why not?
I mean, I guess if he doesn't say like, "Hey, the chosen heroes are here to slay you,"
That's what he will say, because that's the truth. And they're not here to slay him; they're here to visit. Well, they freed him, I guess. Really, Yanko here, Brunt here doesn't know what our point of going here is. Neither do we, really.
Darius doesn't feel like talking about it in front of him to Dimas.
Yeah, I think he was looking and says, well, you could, sure. Just try to put in a good word for us, right? I might have some questions for Yankor, if possible. He seems to be pretty close to Sidon, and I have wondered a couple times now how Sidon can stand his sister. Theria seems just awful.
I mean, they are married, so
Dimas nods and says, "Oh yes, and I know many of a joke of such things not working out." But anyway, that's not something to bore you with. I think we could have an interesting conversation. That's all I'm saying.
sure. I'm sure Janko will like you.
Yeah, he sounds very reasonable. It's good. We can prepare. We should be there tomorrow.
Technically, the day after tomorrow.
Day after.
Yeah, it's like 2
yeah.
travel days, then day on island, then.
Yeah, Bron seems fairly happy and excited about returning.
It's good. Dimas would still suggest that somebody talk to those lizardmen and make sure that they don't just think we're Brunt's on his side before we even know what sides exist.
I mean, they came to the boat before Bront did.
It's true.
So
I think they just want to go home.
Yeah, we'll bring him home.
What they do after that
That's
is.
all they care about.
Yeah.
I'm here for the goddess of swiftness. That's what we really care about.
No, the Titan of swiftness, right?
Nah.
Yes, right. Wow, yeah, right. I forgot it was.
And that makes me go, Titans. More Titans.
Yeah, but presumably one that
wasn't-
isn't a fan of the brother, sister, wife, husband combo.
Maybe, yeah. We'll figure it out by talking to it, and then maybe freeing it, and then we'll see if we regret or not. Our choice. Hopefully we don't blow the island up.
We'll see.
But we'll see. I mean, that's what happened. I'll be right back.
So it just dawned on me. We didn't spend an entire day on the Island of the Fates, did we?
For all intents and purposes, it is an entire day.
Okay, so I'll tick the day forward because one extra day. Because I did not count that, and I thought it pertinent to ask.
Yeah, there's a lot of overhead, like actually anchoring the boat takes some time, and then getting over there, and then traveling around and looking for a landing spot there. It's a lot of time involved.
So, is it currently been 2 days then since?
I mean, since you, so there would be a day from when you gave the oath, and then
on the day that we
then
met
that
the Fates.
on the day of the where we were with the Fates, and then we've
it's
gone
now one
on to
day
another
later,
day.
So this should be 13, not 12.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then I'll take it forward one further day for
Forward.
the second day of travel. So we're now on day 26. 44 days until the Oath of Peace.
If we're on a new day, Darius will cast Sending again from the Quill. Back to Valis, and we'll say...
As a response to that, you'll just get the words that it will not be possible to avoid anyone's attention if you sail in on the Ultras.
That's very true.
Yeah, that's fair.
But it should not be a problem.
Okay. Well, there we go. That's that taken care of.
All right. Do you want to talk to the two lizard folk too?
Sure. Very as broken as our conversation was last time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be able to keep that up for more conversations.
So we can go with ideas of what I want to ask. Basically, is or who's their tribe? Where on the island are they? As well as like, do they hate Grond's tribe? Enter leader's name here.
The communication takes a while. There's some misunderstandings, but in essence, they tell you that their tribe is in a like cavern system on the west side of the island, and they are really not fond of Yankor.
Okay.
Or the Firewalkers.
Can they give can I get an idea of why they dislike them? Or really don't like them?
Well, it's difficult for them to communicate like complex histories and such. But from what you've gathered, it used to be their tribe who call themselves the Wisdom Chosen that used to rule over Fire Island, and
Oh, they've been usurped.
Pretty much.
I see.
Although the way they say rule, it doesn't really sound like it's the standard, idea you have of like monarchy and leader, but whatever they are trying to say, it sounds like the Firewalkers just changed the order of things on the island quite significantly, and with Sidon's help, it appears.
Okay. And do they know of anything when it comes to the story of Chelsea, the goddess of swiftness? Allegedly, she's hiding on the island.
They sort of look at each other and sort of shrug. It's not something that they seem to even recognize.
No, all right. So what I'm seeing is that these guys are anti-Sidon.
Yeah.
Lovers of democracy.
Well, maybe more anti-current Sidon worshippers, not as fervent Sidon worshippers.
If I remember correctly, I believe the Constellation story said that Chelsea was like trapped by Sidon and Letheria.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it seems like
yeah.
they sacrifice to keep it trapped.
Yeah, and Yankor is in charge of the sacrifice that keeps Chelsea trapped, so that's just gonna have to end one way or another. So Yankor could be nice about it, or more likely we'll just end up killing everyone.
No, we'll end up killing him.
And then there won't be a sacrifice, and then we maybe talk to the Titan of Swiftness. That'd be pretty great.
I guess we'll see.
Well, she's probably very pissed at the same people that we are.
Also, Artemisia, while talking to the little folk, like, it's not very coherent what they're saying, but It appears that there was something involving like a dragon a really long time ago, and that's when the wisdom chosen were made, and it's all kinds of weird. But Artemisia gets the thought that the Dragonlords might have been involved at some point there in the past.
Of course they were. Whereabouts where Rancor is now? Where?
Yankor, and they don't
Yankor,
really specify a location. Just they were apparently involved.
Okay. Well, she'll share all of this information with the group. Perhaps now, Darius, with his newfound memories, recalls any shenanigans that the Dragonlords might have had on said island.
Perhaps he does.
Give me a history check.
I will. I have expertise in history. Cast guidance on myself. As I sit and think about it for a second. Rolled a 2. 13.
I mean, what he does remember is that when the Dragonlords first came, they didn't get to Phylea right away and did some island hopping, just getting lost every single time until they eventually actually found Phylea.
Yeah.
So maybe that's when they arrived on that island.
Yeah, he sort of pinches his forehead, struggling for a second, and then relays that to Artemisia. But I don't recall anything specific.
I suppose we will find out when we dethrone Yankor.
Perhaps I'll see something there that'll jog my memory further.
To be fair,
After all-
Yanko might be reasonable enough to work with.
Yeah, right.
Very well. It's possible, but unlikely.
He must kind of likes this whole talk to Sidon idea.
I'll give it a try if you want to, Demas.
Well, we only have one
Well.
white ox, so
I don't think you'll have much luck, but you go ahead and try.
sometimes just have to have a real talking to people. I mean, he'll tell like a story about how when he was in a guard, there was someone who really bucked him, and they just got drunk and hung out a bit, and then, it was no big deal. And
Yeah, and well,
and maybe Sidon could just be broed down, and he's a fucking bastard. But if he stops with all the human sacrifice, I mean, that's a big step, right? It'd be lovely. Like none of Dima's siblings maybe to get sacrificed at her start.
oh, so if it's
No
not your
sentient
family,
creatures?
suddenly it's okay?
No sentient creatures.
Yeah, I don't think that's
I
gonna
mean,
happen.
oxen is one thing, right? Like,
It's still a living creature, and even if it must die, it could be used to feed mortals. Instead, it just gets wasted in these sacrifices.
Let's have this discussion if we find out that that this Yankor is in fact going to acquiesce to any demands we give him. I
sure.
Yeah.
do not feel
Sure.
a moral debate over sentient creatures for sacrifice or not is even needed if we are just going to tell them no and they say, well, tough, then we kill them. It's generally how this all works nowadays, isn't it?
Guess you have to be a barbarian to end a barbaric practice. It's the only thing anyone responds to anyways, for anyone ever responds to. Anyway, let's go. I guess we're still on the boat, aren't we? Damn it. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go to bed. I'm just gonna try and sleep some more.
True, you are on a boat, and it's hard to make that go any faster.
Yeah. Sheep. When we sleep, we're allowed to either try and recover hit dice or study the books, right?
Yes.
Since Darius doesn't sleep well these days, I already have proficiency in Arcana, but could I try and study the books for any maybe insight into this Curse of Lethargy, or any insight into... Because Chandris is a tricky magical being, and as much as he's a dick, his spell book combined with these arcane books might give some interesting knowledge to work with. Can I try and do that instead?
You can try to use those to make an Arcana check.
Yeah. I feel like that's what Darius does with a lot of his time these days, since... All right. Dirty 20.
Well, you can fairly conclusively think that it's probably not a magical effect.
Oh.
Not entirely, anyways. It's basically you don't really know more than before.
Mm. But I can rule out that he, like, cursed her or something.
Yes.
Okay. That's possibly even more concerning. I don't know what happened to you. Probably passes out after a while in, like, the middle of the day.
Yeah. At some point before the early morning of the next day, then, when activity on the boat is the quietest, Artemisia will notice that the egg she's been so diligently watching this entire time.
Is
If there's some
time?
activity going on.
Oh my goodness. Fetch my crown. Shout for Darius. And for Ariad, but someone will have to go get her.
Yeah.
And just get Demos as well. Screw it. Everybody. Oh my goodness.
Sudden panic washes over the ship as nobody really knows what's going on, but Artemisia is shouting for people.
Just get the
What?
people.
What's wrong?
The
Does it mean...
points at the egg. Points at the crown.
Oh,
Puts the crown on.
It's time. Maybe. Gets up out of the hammock. Oh, this is so exciting.
So exciting. And I guess she waits with bated breath next to the box. Everyone else hide behind doors. Apparently things implant. I heard of a duck once implanting on a guard.
Dragons are like ducks, clearly.
Well, we don't know. We don't know these things.
I probably do.
Well, you probably do, but we've
I'll
not.
probably backseat nursing you, like, so this is what you
I'm
want.
into it. Let's do it.
Yeah. There you go. I'll give you whatever advice I can and then leave you to it. Proud papa watching you with your egg.
Yeah. Eventually, it does take a little bit of time, like half an hour passes with maybe some cracks appearing, but not exactly a lot of activity. After, however, eventually, a being that can best be described as a chunky house cat, except scaly and with wings,
Yes.
emerges from said egg, looking around, making squeaking sound. No real indication of like coherent, draconic wisdom or anything. It seems to be mostly confused and very hungry.
That's okay. I will. Artemisia is ready. She's been waiting for the day for a hungry dragon to hatch from an egg that has been laid however many years ago. She has had some of the meat on board like the preserved, like the salted pork or something like that, like ready in a box, waiting. She'll present some food to the little wormling.
And it will hungrily devour the stuff.
And then I guess, is this when it's like looking to Darius? Is this when we do the thing?
Yeah, it does like that nod, little like eager nod, like go on.
Or is I just mean, like, how does this work? What do I do?
Okay, well, have you attuned to the crown?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then you'll help her navigate through the oath and casting of Bond of the Dragonlords.
Sure. I'll plop down a temporary token. Yeah, you speak the words through the magic of the spell.
No.
The little creature doesn't really give any indication of anything happening to it, but you do get the feeling that there has certainly been an effect. One that might become apparent, as the little wormling grows up.
My goodness.
Oh.
But for now, the tiny thing is just a very squeaky and cold thing that is insatiable.
You know, we've got a white ox on board.
Yes. Buck side on. Give it to your little baby.
You shouldn't eat a whole ox.
I guarantee a wormling
bet you
could
a wormling
eat an
can do it.
entire ox. Yeah. If there was ever a newborn creature to be able to eat an entire ox, I feel a wormling would be one.
And with that, give me 2d50. We have a little system going on to see what kind of character this little guy is.
Separately?
Going to
Aw.
be. Yes.
Yeah.
We're gonna do one of these rolls now, 1 in 2 months, and 1 in 2 years.
Ooh.
Roughly. 45. And you get to choose one of these two.
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
Humorous or studious?
Humorous.
Humorous.
Or
Funny
studious.
dragon?
Is he a funny or smart guy?
Funny or smart? Oh, I mean, studious. That's.
All right.
I feel like that's right up.
Well,
Artemisius'
actually,
thing.
Your dragon's a little nerd.
Well, studious
No.
isn't nerdy.
That was a compliment.
Mm-hmm.
Either one.
Oh, very, very eager to learn, I suppose.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's that? What's that? What's that? How does that work?
It can't really speak right now.
Oh, not yet.
Yeah, no.
It'll come.
Well,
It's
it
just pawing
mostly
stuff.
it mostly appears to anything it would ask what's that, it instead tries to eat.
I love
Just
it.
like a human baby.
We'll squish it.
Darius leans into Artemisia and says, if you want to go hunting, and he will cast Hypnotic Pattern on the ox, and then just doom it with Shadow Divinity. Just make it a little limp thing for him to go like,
I'm sure we've got other livestock it could
yeah,
attack.
but we want to keep him safe, but let him,
You know.
let him get some exercise. They're safe if you want.
Beric.
newborn. Don't give him live food.
I love it.
Aw,
And the sailors are like, "Oh, god damn it, another dragon!
another one.
God no!"
Yeah. They sort of look at each other as you're bullying this ox. Not happy about it.
Just sacred ox.
Like from what you gather, this ox is like worth, like if you had been paying these sailors normal sailor wage over these these weeks and months,
Mhm.
this ox would have been worth more than that.
Oh wow,
It's
that's a pricey ox.
like
It's a
one of the-
luxury sacrifice that apparently just gets eaten by dragons all the time.
You know, I'm into it.
Oh, when
It's
dragons
only the
save
best.
the world.
Goddamn adventurers.
We're in the
You guys are the reason Titans win.
If it comes down to whether or not we had an ox, we were already doomed.
Now, do
Man,
I
it was nice to talk to him.
call it Temeraire or think of another name for it?
Yeah, what's his name?
I
Is it a boy? Is it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I had ideas. I'll flip a coin and then I'll present names.
Roll
Unless you have
2d50s for names.
unless you wanted to dictate the gender, sheep.
You can decide, or we can roll for it.
I'm just gonna roll for it.
Sure.
So, male is 2, and female is 1. It's a male dragon.
And surely Artemisia has already spent a lot of time thinking about a name, right?
She has. She's had several thoughts. I have them written down.
Okay.
Let me find it, and then it will be good. Oh God, where am I? Where are my folders? Oh my goodness, there's so many folders. So many folders. Come back to me, probably. Maybe.
Dragons still require deep freezer temperatures.
Deep freezing.
It seems to appreciate it at least.
Okay, well, Ariad will keep
Occasionally.
making the cold blankets.
Okay.
But it does seem it is capable of making things very cold just by itself at this point.
Nice. I like that.
Well, yeah, that's true. But I think we would all prefer if it was just the nest. You know, just. I mean, I don't care. It's probably not gonna come up on the deck, so.
I imagine you know, maybe like you'll give it some freedom, but worry. Depends how adventurous it is of wanting to leave. I
Don't
guess.
want it to be like eaten by a manticore or something.
That too is also a concern, I suppose. So the option that I had thought was a throwback to actually to Forsaken Throne, as one of Artemis's brother dragons. It was a golden, but actually no, it was a silver. It was called Ragnell. And I like the throwback. Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Type of thing. Yeah. All right. And with that excitement, eventually the morning arrives, as does the day. At some point, when Demos is spotted on deck, which I assume he visits just
Most of the time.
most of the time, really. You might notice that Xerxia seems to be trying to get his attention.
Oh, sure.
You know, her bruised ego seems to have slowly recovered, although it is noticeable that she's not hanging out in her draconic form, preferring to just perhaps blend in a bit more, even though it's not really working. As she says, Demos, there's something that I believe is would be useful for you to know.
All right.
When I fought the Silver, I did so in an attempt to solidify our deal. I intended to have you owe me your lives, and in return, I would make sure that you do indeed honor what we agreed upon, as our current deal appears a bit flimsy. No matter.
Is it not? Yeah, I mean, we destroy well, your mother and free mine, and
And I take all credit for having destroyed her and keep her island.
should have turns up. Well, I mean, you know how we operate. As long as there's no reason why I wouldn't want to agree to that, then I guess I won't.
I suppose I have a hard time. Wow, English language escapes me. I suppose I have a hard time accepting that what you say you're going to do is what you're actually going to do, but no matter, that is not what I wanted to talk about.
Oh.
The Silver, he smelled young. Otherwise, I would have not have taken a fight I didn't think I could win. Smelled barely older than a wormling, yet its body was much older.
We've heard some suspicion to the Sidon worshippers having a way to artificially advance the Age of Dragons.
She pauses at that. Whatever it is they use, it certainly did not advance its mind and age. It was. Well, it certainly spoke like a young, foolish wormling. It apparently thinks that the Titans are the true rulers, that they are the justice it wants to dedicate its life to. A bunch of bizarre nonsense.
You must not. Well, you bested it. That's what matters.
I suppose I did save your life, but so you also saved mine, so I think it was a net neutral, all things considered.
I'm sorry. Things worked out. They have a tendency to.
Your confidence in things just working out is worrying.
He shrugs his, we all do our best. And if it was impossible, then it would all be for nothing. And wouldn't that just be a cruel joke?
She doesn't really respond.
I do thank you for saying this, though. I'll bring it to Darius' mind. He has spoken of such things, and it might help us deal with them when we return to Mitros to take down the king there. Do you think? Sorry.
Either way, I suspect that you will see that silver dragon again.
Oh yes, probably. Hopefully, I'll be more ready then. Slight sigh. Beyond that, just you seem worried that we'll end up having to fight and kill each other, sister?
Not exactly. If it came to that, I do not think my fate would be the same as it was with that silver. You are no dragons, after all.
He nods. Or not. You certainly have a natural advantage in that respect.
It's perhaps a hint of a smile as she says that.
Yeah. I mean, it's true, right? It's like, her natural form is a bit more powerful than his. Being half human, she half dragon, right? Half god. So say, yeah, I mean, true in some respects, yet it does make me worry that you say so. Having been so recently betrayed by someone, we thought we could work with.
I think you misunderstand. I don't expect betrayal. I just expect you to be as selfish as you can be, as that is the natural order of things. Everyone does what is best for them.
What value is the island to? What value would the island hold to us? What's there that would be so desirable?
It's not about the island. I don't think you care much about that. But I want the fame of having bested Hexia, which I do believe is something you too would be very interested in.
Oh, yeah, he nods. Just sure. I suppose. I mean, I'll have to tell father at least. That is my destiny, after all.
No, the people here on this boat can know the truth for sure, but as long as you don't spread it, as long as you tell the people that it was in fact I who did it, that will suffice for our deal.
Rose says, I understand the others swore this when they met you.
Oh yes. They asked for my help well, they asked for information. I, in the end, offered my presence. Though my presence and my assistance are not the same thing. I do not intend to interfere once you face Hexia.
Yeah, sure. It's worked out so far. Our fame will carry us with that deed to others.
I did also ask for one thing of her heart, but that's more of a sentimental demand rather than one for its true value. The rest, I suppose, you could decide to leave for me, which I would very much appreciate.
What thing?
It is a crown. It doesn't have any magical powers or meaning, but it is one of Mother's most precious treasures. I believe it was once the original crown of the city of Mitros.
Why does she have that?
I assume she took it.
Well, it might well end up that we need just that thing, actually. But we'll see. I'm sure we can figure it out. Let's not, divide the spoils before the deed is done.
I don't know why you would need it. I don't think it has any magical powers nor political meaning.
He shrugs. Thought would be that use it to grant some legitimacy to another claimant to the rule of the city, perhaps.
That would be a bizarre reason to be acknowledged as the ruler.
Shrugs says, well, it certainly works. I can ask Valis when next I meet her. If it's no problem, then I certainly have no claim on it personally. Then again, once I have defeated the Titans, gained my birthright, then, would I have any use for such a thing? Probably not. Should I succeed, sister, then I will reach heights that probably I could never know.
You certainly do not lack ambition.
It's what I've been raised to do. I was always told I would. From as far back as I can remember, they told me one day I would have to stand and fulfill my destiny, and this is it right now. I've never known anything else. I know it's up to me to make fate acknowledge me, and that's what I've been doing so far.
I'm not going to pretend I can emphasize with your motivations. As far as I'm concerned, this whole struggle between the Titans and the Fives is one that I'm not really involved in. Although I do have to say the Titan, Cylon especially, does have a certain dislike against Dragonkind, which I do not... which might be problematic should the Titans win. Tell you what. How about a... no. Perhaps a deal. If you were to say, not only let me keep Mother's Island, but all of her possessions as well, perhaps with one or two things here and there that you could take, I would be willing to assist in a more palpable capacity.
Demas the Dragon Rider. Looking out over there. Well, such an offer is certainly something, but again, it's something we'll have to talk about when we actually have done the deed. I don't know what's in the Horde. I know there are things there that we will need to continue, but
Her hoard is vast, perhaps rivaling even the wealth that the Titans possess. It would only be fair compensation.
slightly. And then I'm sure there's plenty for all. It's not like I want to live in a mountain of gold, personally. I know that's maybe something you desire, but me, I figure I will need enough to equip myself with the best this land can offer. And then, after that, just rock. Beyond that, I understand that there are other treasures out there. If we succeed, certainly we should have plenty. Gold.
I'm sure these islands contain all kinds of treasures, even though those that you might not consider very important. I've listened to the sailors telling each other stories about all the different beasts that they now no longer need to fear because you are present. If you were to track down some of those, you might find some riches.
What sort of beasts?
I believe they talked about one that could be a chimera of sorts. One that apparently has a bounty on its head set out by the current king of Mitros.
Oh. Oh, well. His treasures we might claim in a different manner.
Perhaps, but that still does not mean that this chimera doesn't also have a hole.
It's just, well, I mean, we have time. We certainly have time. And I see no reason why we should be too reckless in confronting, Hextia. She is a great dragon, as far as I understand, and I have no reason to want to lose. In fact, you know her strength. I would assume. Yes.
I have not seen her for many, many years.
Well,
I know that she is strong, that she might be one of the most powerful dragons living in these islands.
would we be able to defeat her as we are now? Even when you knew her back then?
She shrugs. Perhaps, given luck. Perhaps. But I couldn't honestly decide whether Hexia or Sidon would be the more impressive foe. Although I suppose perhaps that is just I'd say I am biased towards the strength that dragons might possess.
Perhaps we should ask Sidon that. He might be hubristic enough to try to take her on to prove otherwise.
I don't believe that Axia and either of the Titans have had any significant dealings.
I would hope not.
I mean, I do believe that Hexia once used to oppose the Titans quite aggressively, but that has long since passed.
How old is she? I thought all the dragons were defeated once.
Oh, those that fought the Titans, sure, she did not.
Hmm.
She is, I can't quite honestly tell, older than myself, obviously. Hundreds of years for sure. Older than the five, for that matter.
The reason I brought that. That is old. Inconceivably so, really.
And yet I suppose she is inconceivably younger than the Titans are.
Well, when we face her, do you think she will fly?
I... She looks a bit incredulous at the question. You will not be able to goad her into a fair duel or an unfair in your favor fight. She's going to attack, retreat, lead you on a merry chase through her domain, starving you of, well, hope and resources all the while. She will be aware of your location at every point in time, and she will take her time. If you are looking for the sure way to defeat her, then I can't help you.
Who knows?
Although, I perhaps have an idea.
Me too. But what's your idea?
What's yours?
Well, two in fact. First one, we build a massive sort of a catapult thing with a net on it. And then when she comes, we fling it at her and stick her to the ground. But if we can't do that and hold her down, then we will have to find some way to fly. She lets that hang in the air, glancing over.
Both of those ideas are, quite frankly, terrible.
So is fighting her in the first place, no?
Perhaps. No, my idea would be to make sure that Pythor is very, very visible on the deck of this boat. And then you let Hexia take him, which will at least make sure that she is distracted as you make your way towards her lair. Surely he will perish at her administration. He is a god after all. Even if he does, I don't think he can physically die.
I still like Deimos the Dragon Rider better.
I will tell you that if you face Hexia, I will not interfere. That was not the deal.
The difference is I thought you were going to fight alongside us.
No. I could not defeat Hexia. If you are unsuccessful, I do not want to be even implicated.
So when we had to say that you faced her, we had to lie?
Yes.
Well, that's rather unsatisfying.
For you, perhaps.
I'm a very bad liar.
I don't need you to say that I faced her. I just need you to not object to when I tell others that I faced her.
Oh. Well, how would you plan to fight the Titans then? Should we win and pay you the horde?
I think we can discuss that at some other point.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe that the Titans may be stronger than Hexia, although I would not be as opposed to fighting alongside you in that case. After all, you would have paid me handsomely for it, at least.
That's true. But I suppose that's what separates you and I. And, well, us and most other people.
If what separates you and I is the desire for personal benefit, then that is okay for me.
I was more thinking the bravery to fight against all odds.
One's bravery to fight against all odds is others' desire to survive another day. Perhaps my perspective would be different if I only lived as short a life as you presumably will.
Dima shrugs. What is the point of living if you cannot live to the fullest?
Maybe my definition of fullest is also different.
He nods. I think most people are. Some people are content to grow some wheat and some fish or something, and then sell those at the market, and then just do that for 80, 60, 40 years. He shrugs. To me, that seems rather boring and drab, really. But to them, it's enough. I suppose your enough is a little bit less than mine. It's not bad, it's just different. I'm glad you brought the dragon issue to my attention, though.
She doesn't respond to that.
Anything else I can do for you? I want you to be comfortable here, if nothing else.
Comfortable on a big wooden brick with not enough space nor. I
could
don't think.
swim. I believe you
Swim.
crawled under. You could hold on to the bottom. Might
Why
make
would
it
I?
drag, but the ship is fast.
Why would I do that?
You'd have the bottom all to yourself.
I'm not particularly fond of water.
Ah, well. I suppose that would be an issue. Well, I mean, feel free to fly around as such when we go, to islands and whatnot.
I believe I don't need your permission to do that.
He nods. We won't leave without you. I think we've shown that.
She doesn't respond to that either.
Haven't met that much family on father's side, but I have trouble sometimes. I have another family that actually raised me there. I even have mother who is being held by your mother, and that's an even more complicated relationship. But father is not the man he was, nor do I suppose he's really a man. He's a god in some form. But I'm having trouble thinking about what our kinship might mean for us. Certainly we share some blood, but we have never known each other. We've never grown up together. Similarly, I felt with the sister I saved back in Historia, who will one day rule that city. She too is one of father's offspring, a half sister. There's probably many more around. Just don't know if I want to give that relationship any particular credence, though. Blood relations have more power, perhaps, than many might give them credence for.
I don't know exactly what you're asking, but on the topic
Your
of
thoughts?
family, I can tell you my one and only experience with family was Hexia kicking me off her island because I reminded her too much of Pythor.
Demas looks at her and looks around for Pythor. Says, well, that surprises me.
Then I moved to Philea, made sure I remained hidden, entertained myself over the years. Eventually, I had some rather odd group of people visit me who I decided not to eat, and now I'm here.
Maybe we should play cards sometime. You seem to not have had many chances to just be around people. And this, he sort of gestures to her, like standing and looking out over the ocean, hardly counts.
She sort of sighs. I'm not going to argue with you whether being around humans is desirable or not.
I'll bring Bullbug too. He likes cards.
She doesn't really respond to that, although her frown deepens.
All right, well, Demas will plan to add her to the little sort of fun and games group of people who he plays cards with when he's not training and such. Because clearly Xerxia has been just alone in a forest. I've been kicking out from home. And he's beginning to feel that maybe she would be nicer and actually the more talkative. Maybe she's just awkward, you know? Maybe she just doesn't actually know how to really have fun and socialize. So he can help her with it. He's good at those things. You know.
Yeah.
Maybe then she'll be cool and not be such a selfish loner.
Yeah, she most definitely will not comment that her definition of fun used to be starving predators and then sending them towards busy trading routes, but you know.
Maybe she just doesn't know, you know, a handful of Mitrosian card games.
It's true, she probably does not.
You know, there's dice games, there's all sorts of things. You know, you really broaden her horizon here. Anyone else is welcome to join as well.
All right, and with that, the second day continues, and I need another d20.
Another D20?
Take it, Manikai. This is your day.
The preposterousness.
13. A lucky number.
Ooh,
The audacity.
give me a d100.
Oh, we're all gonna die. Ragnar, stay
Get to
close.
the island.
88.
88.
That's a good one. It's double 8. It's a pair of 8s. Hard to beat.
88 seagulls come after your fries.
All right. As you know, the boat makes its way on a fairly sunny day. Sea is calm, and you think that in the far distance you might even be able to see perhaps some ash and smoke, which certainly suggests you're going the right way. Your nose. The noses of all of those standing on top of the decks are suddenly assaulted by the smell of what might be thousands of rotting fish. Looking around the area, you discover the floating remains of the largest whale you've ever seen, with sharks circling and gnawing at the carcass, almost looking like minnows in comparison to their enormous meal. The whale's gullet is torn open, and something metallic gleams from inside it.
Well, we know what we have to do.
Mhm.
Team, let's find this metallic thing. Might be a kraken beak.
Oh, sure.
Can we sail close?
You can't really get close enough that you don't have to swim a significant distance. Like the
Swim.
whale carcass isn't really something you can anchor.
Yes, he's swimming in the open ocean full of sharks.
Let's kill the sharks first. We have ballistae. We have ranged attacks. Let's
I mean, shooting deep into water doesn't really work out.
It would be pretty much pointless to try to shoot the ballista at something in the water.
What, they don't have harpoons?
No.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Torpedoes.
The ballistae are purely designed to shoot at things either at a nearby shore or in the air.
Gotcha.
Charges.
Well, I have guiding bolt. Oh, wait, no, do I?
All right. I mean, I can swim. How? It's a sunny, nice day. Okay. What would be the difficulty of swimming here?
Fairly ordinary. Let me see what the usual DC for swimming is.
Bullbug, do you want to wear this mariner's armor?
Oh, he would love to. He'll wear anything.
I mean, none of us are
Wait,
using
what's
it,
going
so-
on?
We found a giant whale carcass with a gleaming metal thing in the stomach of it.
Oh,
We would like to get that, but the water is full of sharks and we can't bring the boat close enough because there's like entrails everywhere. It's a massive whale.
alright.
If you're
Colossal.
feeling happy,
Mega whale.
you could maybe fly over there.
Yeah, how's Ariad feeling today?
Guys, he's not happy.
Ah,
Yeah.
alright.
Expected as much.
You know, after faintly having gotten persuaded
Although-
to hope for the life of her family, and then the same day or the day after being
Believe
brutally
we
robbed
have
of this
some,
solution.
potions that could help here.
Well,
I
might be able to help
can
with that.
breathe under, or I can like hold my breath for an hour though.
Oh, you'll be fine then.
But
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
not
my
drowning.
athletics is shit.
If flying is what you seek, I might be able to help you with that. And gestures towards the quill, like takes it out. It works even better than the Boreal Harp, as far as aerial movement goes. I could allow you to do such a thing if you so want. And perhaps give you range support from here while concentrating on that effect.
Is the metallic thing above the waterline sheep?
It's basically in the waterline. Like occasionally a wave washes over the carcass. It seems to be basically in the belly of the whale.
All right. Yeah, Demon's nuts. You could fly over there, grab it.
I will use the instrument of the bards to cast Fly on Demos.
Chances are that even if you fly, as soon as you try to recover it from inside the whale, the sharks might get you there. Like some of them are even inside the massive whale.
Yeah, but it'll let me get there, right?
Sure.
And I'm not the one who has to concentrate.
How far away is it?
Like 40 feet, perhaps.
Alright.
Does the metallic object seem loose inside the whale, or is it like stuck in something?
It seems to be fairly stuck. It's also fairly large, actually.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I mean, if nothing else, if I need to, Bullbuck can swim out and help. If he has the Mariner's armor, he can.
Yeah.
He can
I'll give both of them some bardic inspiration on top of
I'll take
on
that.
top of the fly spell. Let's see. Just trying to think of what kind of damage a whale would do.
I mean, it's
When the
dead.
whale is dead, it's the shark swimming around.
Oh, sorry, the
Yeah.
shark. The shark. Probably piercing damage, I would imagine.
Sheep.
Yes.
Could I try and
Yeah,
use
I mean,
enthrall? Creatures of your choice, targets have disadvantages on perception checks made to perceive any creatures other than you. The spell ends if you stop speaking. Creatures you are fighting have advantage on.
Which spell is that? Enthrall.
I do have a
Sorry, sheep?
I'm just looking at the exact wording of the spell.
Yeah, it's as a siren when I'm sad. I get other powers.
I have another possibility. Do you have Mage Hand, Harry?
That was why I asked if it was, because I thought I could
I do
The,
not.
fly
the
over there.
object definitely looks too heavy to use
Okay.
Mage Hand on that.
Yeah, I had that in mind. I was thinking I could cast it on myself, fly above the sharks, then cast Mage Hand.
I'd hoped it was some sort of harpoon or spear or something, but
Yeah.
maybe it's like a giant anchor or something.
Yeah, could be. Well, only one way to find out.
Just grab it and sink immediately.
Could cast heat metal on the metal object and then just let it
Just
Boil
grill
away
some
the-
whale.
grill some whale. Yeah, that could be fun.
Let's see.
How
How
far
about-
away is the whale from
40
the
feet.
like closest
Yeah,
edge?
the Ultras can't really get closer than 40 feet.
40 feet. Okay, well that's still a good space away to do like range support.
The end of the object sheep we can see. What does it look like?
It's hard to tell from this distance.
Is it like is it a rod shape or like a ring or
Give me a perception check.
because I want to know basically if I could like fly over and like tie something to it to maybe even if I get bogged down and drowned by sharks, the others could haul it in.
Or even just tying something to it and flying up, and then we just pull on the rope from here.
23. That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
My perception.
It appears to be. I mean, maybe, but Demos is biased, but it seems to be incredibly heavy armor, actually.
Oh, what? Okay, someone punched plate mail into it.
Oh look, we got a little whale over there.
Yep.
Ooh,
Uh,
I might actually use this.
Behold the things you can see.
Alright, sailors. 106. 10,
Get on these
161.
list. Yeah.
Yeah, the
get on this-
ballistae, they can't really angle downwards
right.
enough, and even if they
Right.
could, the bolts would just hit the water surface and pretty much
Yeah.
splinter.
Sorry, I forgot.
Begin to get ready
I'm
here,
never gonna
Flex.
get a chance to use these.
And
Well, we've
Actually,
already
you
used them.
rolled a natural 20. I'm gonna show you all the sharks. There you go.
oh my, that's a lot of sharks.
They are big boys, especially the one that seems to have like chewed its way into the shark is massive. Like even the sailors are commenting this shark is bigger than anything they've ever seen. Any shark they've ever seen, at least.
Would it be viable, perhaps, guys, to kill the sharks first and then get the object?
Yeah, I think
I
that's
mean,
maybe
yeah.
what we want to do.
Because we're gonna have to pull plate mail out of it. I could, I don't want to lose it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just hold off on the fly then, and just.
I
I mean, we
mean,
can shoot from range.
still don't want to.
I mean, do you want to get in there? Because like right now we can just shoot them.
I want to get in there.
Okay, I'll concentrate
I
on
want
fly
to
if you
punch
want.
the shark in the face.
Yeah. I think I could also use hypnotic pattern on the sharks.
Fly will help me not drown. I mean,
That's true.
I like not drowning.
it helps.
I prefer it.
Not
Sure.
drowning
Oh,
is
bug,
time
that's
to
a
fly.
bug.
in general.
Bulldog for
Alright,
this.
fine. I will cast fly on you. Let's do
Bulldog's
this.
got a swim speed
Oh.
equal to his move speed, so he can come up here.
Where is he? There he is.
This is the kind of thing he wants to do, right?
He's never wrestled a shark. He can't swim, but supposedly he can swim, you tell him, so he's excited.
He's got the mariner's armor. That gives him a swim speed, right?
Yeah. Hey, Darius, what fate numbers can you spring to mind?
Oh, that's a good idea. Let's do some channel divinity. Trance 10 and 17. Not bad.
Not ideal. Not ideal.
Hey, it's something. Hey, and we get
It's
all this
something.
prep.
Can I stand
Swim
on the
speed equals your walking speed. In addition, whenever you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to rise 60 feet, so he can't drown even if he passes out.
Yeah, can
So you
we?
just- You can just keep that as far as I'm concerned, unless anyone objects.
I'm guessing there's nowhere to stand out there, like on the
On
whale.
the whale.
On the whale.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think you can stand on the whale? It's gonna
You
take
jump.
some balancing.
Could I stand on the
Alright.
shark?
On a shark. That would be difficult.
If there's anyone who can vault off a boat onto a whale corpse and balance on it while fighting sharks, I believe in
Trident the shark, and then like.
yeah, I believe in Artemisia.
Right?
Do you have jump yet?
I do. Oh no, I don't. That was on the Boreal Harp, but you could ask Kira.
Hey Kira, can you cast jump on me? Real quick.
I mean, if you
maybe.
ask something of her, she would like to. She would absolutely
Oh
like to.
no! Oh no!
I mean, yeah, why not? Let's do
I
it.
pull the
All right, sure.
Cool.
You know,
She could summon.
Quality 100.
She could summon Swifty, and we get our little buddy back.
Oh,
see.
this will be
Use
hilarious.
the harp to cast jump if you like.
Yes, this will be hilarious. Okay, so I guess I
Alright,
see
yes.
Demos start flying, I guess, and then I'm gonna take a couple steps back and prepare a running jump because this is gonna
Alright.
be incredible.
Yeah, basically the way we're gonna run this, anything like in this like whale area is sort of both something you can stand on and something that the sharks can sort of swim through. The whale carcass is like half decomposed and pretty holy, as it were. So it'll your choice be either swimming or difficult terrain you walk on. Anything outside will obviously be swimming.
That's fine.
That
Alright.
seems perfectly reasonable.
I assume we can see them by like they bulge up the carcass or something.
Oh yeah, you can see them.
Demus points that to
I
us.
guess initiative then.
Yep. The sharks are not gonna initiate anything here. That's
Sorry,
for
Demo.
sure.
Roll at the same time as you have.
Yeah.
Does
I'm
Pythor
sorry,
want to
man.
fight? These sharks aren't part of the Oath of Peace.
Kira suggests that you do not have Pythor try anything because he's probably just gonna drown, and that would be really embarrassing.
He wants to go to the bottom of the sea and he can't down.
That's fair.
No, he's not ready. He's he's like not god level until I do my quest.
Okay. All right.
Well, the shark can't really do anything. Means
You guys are gonna love this. All right. So I will spend a key point to give myself step of the wind. So we determined that long jump. You can long jump, like 10 foot. You can long jump as many feet as your strength score, not modifier score. So that is 10. With step of the wind, that is doubled. With jump, that is an additional triple. So with a 10-foot run up, I then sorry, Demus. I then leap 60 feet through the air. I'll put Demos back in. And land here.
the squishy like whale corpse.
Now technically, that was a bonus action because bonus action dash. So, I then have the rest of my movement to like move. So I guess I will. I feel like I got a thing that was like movement. I can't remember. It might just be a monk thing. I remember difficult. It might be a later level, but difficult terrain isn't like a thing for me anymore. Let me just double check.
Sheep, while that's happening, where's the object in question?
Oh, maybe
It's pretty much in the center.
okay.
As Artemisia gets close, she actually it's pretty lodged in there. It's like, well, now that you look at it, it's like the size of a man,
Oh.
and it seems to be moving,
Oh.
Oh,
like
Oh,
sort of
no.
wiggling.
All right. Well, if it's wiggling, it's alive. So let's not worry about that for now.
I can full attack it on my turn.
Yeah. So I move 20 feet on my normal movement, which is
Might not be hostile.
with difficult terrain. So I will then attack the massive shark.
All right.
You know, at least I hit. Probably. I hope 22 hits.
22 hits. Yeah.
What does vicious do again? I forget.
Extra
Extra
damage on a crit.
Nice.
And that's my epic turn of jumping 60 feet onto a whale. So good.
Right. Well, this shark is happily sort of biting on the carcass. Actually, give me. Let's do a D2 here. Yeah, it's busy. Alright.
Yeah, so we're just gonna murder them all, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
good
I guess.
so far.
Alright, I'll attack 100 shark 6. Pose.
You hit, yeah. Although it is underwater, which means your ranged attack has disadvantage. So give me another roll.
Oh, well.
Yeah. You were like shooting at the reflection rather than where the shark is actually underwater. Unfortunately. Bulbug is gonna cannonball in there.
Yes.
He'll like jump down, and can he make it? Yes. He can totally great X the shark.
It's a brand new world for him.
Twice. Missing and hitting. Although since it's a great axe and not like a trident, it actually has disadvantage, which means he just swings and misses.
Oh.
Dimos.
Can fly just above the water line, and then he has a trident, so he could stab it in the face. Or maybe not.
Miss and miss. Actually, remind me, the Mariner's armor, does that give a swim speed?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
Equal to your move speed.
So
Then Bulbug did not have disadvantage. If you have a swim speed, you do not have disadvantage with melee weapon attack.
Well, there you
Wonderful.
go.
Good.
And I
Uh,
mine.
the bonus action hits, and the trident actually
Yeah.
works excellently underwater, as it turns out. The shark is bloodied. It does appear that the other sharks are taking notice of this intrusion at this point, especially this one.
Mhm.
It's Demon's fine. That's awkward. Bulbug is a nice big old meal, so it's gonna try to attack Bulbug and misses terribly. This shark sees all the commotion going on here. It's gonna go like for the closest target, which is Artemisia here. Wants to enjoy its meal, but it cannot. Misses. Darius.
Artemisia, are you going for the big guy, or does she look like she's gonna switch focus now?
Nah, big guy. Big guy dies.
Cool. I'm gonna cast a 4th level guiding bolt at the big guy.
The fuck's a 4th level guiding bolt do?
It is crazy, and no, I'm gonna change my roll to a 17. So that becomes 22 versus AC.
22 hits.
So it takes 76 radiant damage, so 26 radiant damage. The next attack roll made against the target before the end of my next turn has advantage, thanks to the mystical dim light. So you can negate some of your disadvantage. And bonus action, I'll give Artemisia Bardic Inspiration as well against piercing.
This shark. Well, Deimos is awkward,
He
but
was
it's
just at the tip of the water. He wanted to be a targetable.
yeah. Like
He
the
did-
shark's gonna do like a halfway dolphin jump to bite at him. 16. No. Kira, someone give me a D4. This is great. She loves this. She wants this to be even better. But alas, for now she's gonna let you do your thing. This shark is gonna go for Bulbug. Here and bite.
We've not had a
that is a
good
miss.
Kira fight in a while.
Yeah, she hasn't joined us for our adventures in quite some time.
All right. Yeah, she's been letting you do your thing. The massive shark is gonna bite at Artemisia.
Now
For
she can-
29. That's a natural 20.
Uh-oh.
As it turns out,
no, it's a 10.
it's a 10. Okay, that would be a 19 then.
Yeah, just hits. Just hits.
As it turns out, this guy always does crit damage.
Oh no!
What?
Well, then I wasted my roll. Oh well.
Take 36 as, you know,
Wow.
a shark that is bigger than Xerxia. Like, this would be one of those things that even she might not decide to fight. Just chomps down with teeth the size of basically like great swords.
I'm glad I have
On top of those
resistance.
big creatures that have treasure.
Mm.
The shark's gonna go for Bulbuck. Flanking, great. That doesn't do anything. Miss. And also, now that Artemisia has taken damage, I can tell you, these sharks love attacking targets that, you know, have taken some wounds.
Oh dear. I'm looking forward to this. Alright, in that case, I'm going to start pulling out some of the stops.
It's gonna be a new day before we hit the island. You might as well blow everything.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. In which case, I am going to use my shield Thunderwave as a... It's actually a bonus action. I don't know why it says action. Because the shield lets me cast it as a bonus action. Basically, just like... I can get both of them. It's 15.
Get this guy too.
No, it's a Q. It comes
Yeah,
out.
you can get this.
So I
Oh,
can
I
get
see.
both of them. So can they make a con save? DC 14, I believe. Wow.
Can
Okay.
they roll at disadvantage because the water conducts the electricity?
Where's
Eh?
thunder?
I mean, it's a thunder wave, not an electricity wave.
Yeah.
To be fair, water
Fair
conducts
enough.
sound.
If
perfectly well.
anything, they should get advantage.
I mean, sound travels really far and powerfully underwater.
That's true.
By
true.
whale
It's
songs that can.
It's concussive after all, but
Either way, no.
all right, they take half of that 14 damage.
So,
And as that was my bonus, I'll just turn my attention back to the big boy and start stabbing at it again.
hit and hit. First one will also use up the guiding bolt, which means you have advantage on that.
Nice.
I got to crit fist.
Actually, no, you have
disadvantage.
normal on the first one and disadvantage on the second.
I can do a quick roll for the second one, so yeah, it would have still hit with disadvantage.
Just hit. Slicing into this massive shark. Right. This guy. Well, he doesn't want to be the odd one out. Like, other people want to nibble at the shark carcass, it appears. That can't be. He's going to try to attack Demos here.
I'm gonna feed Ragnell shark meat.
That hits.
24 for 12. Ariat.
Yes. I think they're still underwater.
Yeah, they are considered basically underwater at all times.
Okay.
I mean, they're
Um,
sharks.
What that means specifically for ranged attacks is a ranged weapon attack automatically misses a target beyond the weapon's normal range. I don't think any of you use any except Darius at bow sometimes. All ranged attacks have disadvantage unless the weapon is a crossbow, a net, or a weapon that is thrown like a javelin. And they have resistance to fire because. Well,
yeah.
in
No, I
water.
mean they're in. So what if it's a charm spell?
That would not have any penalties.
Well, it's a little late since everyone's fighting them now. Anyway, yes, I would like to do a bonus action and throw a hex on one one of these sharks. Yeah. I'll continue on Hunter Shark 6. So yeah, did I put it in here?
Hex. All right, and which one?
It's a 6.
This guy.
Yes. And real ability checks. Strength?
Okay. Yeah, they certainly seem to be the strength focused type.
You know. Yeah. And that's a bonus action, so then I guess I'll try again with Eldritch Blast.
10 misses.
Those are some rough rolls as well. For the damage, 2d10. Ow.
Yeah, well, I mean, you get a plus 1d6, right?
Yeah, but 10 misses.
Yeah, they had to hit.
What about the 19?
No,
Nope,
it's a
I-
disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Oh. I thought you did like 2 rays or something these days.
No, I was hitting them at both same.
Bulldog, he's going to attack number 6 here. Swing and swing. Those are both hits. First one is a lot of damage. Jesus.
Mhm.
He, in fact, exactly cleaves the shark in half.
Nice. Good job.
It's a good thing I can move my hex, huh?
Don't you heal when? Oh no, that's Hexblade's curse.
Mm.
Timo.
Haven't said yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of sharks. But I figure the best thing I can do really is just begin to delete some of them. So I guess we'll do that. None of these are damaged, really. We have 195 here. Let's just trident it. Any of that hit?
Both hits.
Oh, well, look at that.
That also hits.
For 28 damage. And I might as well use the action surge here as well to just try to get it down.
Hit and hit. For 24. It is severely wounded. In fact, wounded to the point where you... It seems like it's just gonna bail.
Oh, might get to attack opportunity hit.
This shark is gonna attack Artemisia with advantage because she's taking damage. 26, which is a natural 20.
Oh, good.
For 20 piercing damage.
Goes down to 10.
For 10 piercing damage.
Darius.
Darius is going to he'd call out like, "Hang on, Demos!" Gonna have to drop fly.
Well,
Sploosh.
Lands on the carcass.
Yep.
And I will cast Hypnotic Pattern like so. And because of the instrument of the bards, their saving throw is going to be made at disadvantage. So wisdom save, please, from these three.
These three. That's a fail. Fail.
Dude,
Fail.
I gotta remember that so that I can debuff the boss before.
Yeah. On a
That's
failed save,
meaningful.
the creature becomes charmed, but for the duration, and while they're charmed, they're also incapacitated and have a speed of 0. Artemisia, give me a moment with him. Call out, staring at the massive shark.
Yeah, the sharks are, I mean, they're just beasts. They like pretty patterns. So someone give me a d4. She's thinking.
You know what? I'll do it. I'll do it this time.
No.
Oh.
No, she this is exciting enough. This shark's gonna attack Bulldog.
It's like, wow, they've really grown since last time.
And misses because he has full health. This guy, well, he's charmed. This shark's gonna attack Bulldog. And hit. 15. Ouch. He does not like that. Tamizia.
Alright, well, that one's incapacitated for a while, so I can turn my attention to this smaller one. Beside me. Yeah. I'll spend one of my key points to... actually, let me just double check. It's a bonus action, okay. For patient defense. And then I'll attack the smaller shark next to me. Oh, look, there's a crit. Oh, nice. Oh, that extra damage was... So I got I got 6s on all of the damage die there.
The attacks are at a disadvantage, though.
That's true. That's true. Alright, first one. So the 17's disadvantage. So
Yep,
17
still
anyway.
hits.
And the second one...
That's a miss.
10. Alright.
This one hits for 11.
Damn disadvantage.
Well, this is what happens when you diss tridents.
You know, it's true. It's true.
This guy is charmed. Pretty patterns.
Yes. A bonus action, move the hex to shark number 215.
215 down there. All right. Make it purple.
Surely people hit at one point, you know?
Yes, that
Yes.
hits.
And then an extra d6.
18 damage, damn.
D6, 4. Okay, 24.
Also, I'm
Fall
pretty
damage.
sure Eldritch Blast, like, I don't know if you're special in some way, but it shouldn't it do 2 beams at level 5?
It is. That's why it's 2. You can divide it as 1d10 for each, or...
Oh, you should make 2 attacks with a D10 each.
Oh,
though.
you should?
Yeah.
Oh, well,
We'll just do that going forward.
okay.
On average, it should be the same thing, but it means you have more reliable damage because you have 2 attacks.
Oh, that makes sense. Well, 4. Oh, god.
It's also 2 chances to hit, which means that you'll get more out of Hex.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's
Alright.
important. Bulwark is going to attack 215 here, helping you. Smack. Smack. Miss and hit 23. Oh,
And great damage from Bulwark.
you might be chosen heroes, but he's large.
He's chosen by us, damn it.
Well, now I can't reach the one out there, so I'll have to walk over here and attack this one.
Hit and miss. The first one is enough to kill the shark.
Alright, well, no bonus attack needed then. I suppose
Don't you
I'll-
have reach with that? You probably reach over the edge.
I do, but I can't. I only have 10-foot reach. I can't reach to one out there. So I'll
Oh,
have to
I got a solution for you.
It's difficult terrain.
Yeah, difficult terrain.
Okay, then I can only go here.
Isn't he flying?
I
No,
Oh, I
was.
had to drop it
Oh,
for hypnotic pattern.
that's...
Shark's going to attack Artemisia with advantage.
No, not
13.
with... Well, didn't matter that he didn't have advantage because I imposed disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. Neutral. Darius.
I cast Fate Binding on Massive Shark and Hunter Shark 172.
Okay.
172 hasn't taken damage, right?
Yes. He is not.
Okay, then yes, that will be my target of Fate Binding. And they're both charmed by me, so their charisma saving throws are at disadvantage.
I can tell you, sharks have amazing charisma.
Great.
Rolled a -1. Nice.
Impressive.
They've got a
yeah.
-3 on charisma saves.
Oh, wow. Who would have thought?
Yeah, I bind their fates together and then call out, "Whenever you're ready, dear." Towards it. So you can see me basically just wrestling with all strands in front of myself, tying them in knot, like Demos did with the heads.
This shark is charmed. Someone give me a D4.
Well, actually, sorry, before that, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast... no, I can't.
Can't
I
cast.
use it. Healing. Yeah, never mind. So everyone has Bardic Inspiration? Yep, then never mind.
default someone?
Mind if I, Airy? Airy has been selected.
Sure.
Yeah. Your inaugural Kira roll. Maybe you'll get it.
Yeah.
No. Why does everyone roll a 1?
Three
Kira's being
classes.
very sensible today.
She is, yeah.
I'm
Maybe I should-
concerned. Is she okay?
Oh, the
Maybe I
thing
should teleport us into space, you know?
things to do here.
Can't you
No.
just summon a fucking ingot of adamantine musket?
She can.
Randomly,
summon
it's
anything.
on the
Whole
table,
thing
was
right?
just a
Surely.
test.
She could, but she doesn't want to because she's not the goddess of helping people. She's the goddess of messengers.
Yeah,
Ugh,
true.
God.
She's technically the goddess of music. Messengers are just a side job.
It's a side job.
Bite with advantage, 24. Ooh.
Not even the goddess of music can be a musician full time.
Nah, can't afford it.
Shucks,
Took me a second. I was like, oh wait.
Economy.
Rough.
All right. I
That's
guess
terrible.
I guess I need to finish off this hunter shark. Ideally, that's next to me.
You might as well get the ones who aren't charmed before the ones that are.
Exactly. So I'm going to turn to the little hunter shark and try and break it down. I needed to put it as disadvantage. I keep forgetting about disadvantage. This is so rare.
Press the same button
I'll just-
again and we use the low.
Exactly. So
So 9 is a miss, 15 hits,
15.
or 11
10 and
10.
13?
misses, 13 hits.
Alright.
And the same damage is applied to the other guy.
Mm,
Oh no, wait, you're attacking
No,
Hunter
no,
Shark?
hunter shark, not the massive one.
Fix that. There we go.
Yeah,
It's
there we
certainly bloodied. He's still charmed. Arid.
Sorry, I was just trying to make a new macro.
go. That's right.
You know, let's see here. Is this the right one? No. We shall see.
Uh, 8 would miss. Also, you with that macro, you don't need to roll twice. You basically
Well,
got a second attack roll in the.
But
In
it's
the
two beams, right? And then I'm at disadvantage.
This is Eldritch Blast. Okay, it says
Yes.
Javelin of Lightning.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I need to change that.
Yeah, the second one. The second one hits.
Oh,
Which one are you attacking? Sorry.
Triple 2, I think.
you moved it. Okay. 222.
Yes. The
And I
12 hits.
suppose I should have moved my hex, but
Yeah, you can have done that.
okay, cool. I'll roll that other d6. Two more.
Right, 5 damage.
So, yeah, you know.
Alright. Bulbuck's gonna swing around and attack. Hit and hit for 26. Shark is upset. Demos.
Just gonna make it more upset if you can help it. Go here. Stab.
Uh,
On the first
hit
one.
and hit, yeah. Oh yeah, with that, it's just gonna straight up kill him.
Okay, then I'll use my bonus action to second wind. Get not damaged anymore, even if it wastes a little bit.
Hey.
That's it. I kill it.
Yep. He is dead. Darius.
We are, no, maybe one drop the turn. Third level guiding bolt on Hunter Shark 222. I'm just in a blasty mood today.
Sure.
Blast some. Oh,
Nope, that's not one.
That's that one. Poor sharks. I mean, they live here. You're interrupting their food. It's terrible.
We're having shock
There's
for
a
this.
little spell slot on that.
This shot
This
still
shot.
charmed. Kira, someone give me a d4. It's gotta
Magic.
happen at some point.
Okay, it's your
You're up,
turn.
Malachi.
Yes,
No.
not one.
Nope.
It has to be a 4 for her to decide.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well,
Really? It only on a 4?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Because the creators
25%
knew
chance
that.
every turn.
Yeah.
you know, she's got all the other gods looking over his shoulder now. She's gotta.
Alright, Bulwark gets bitten. This massive shark is still charmed. Artemisia.
Well, won't be charmed for long. Now begins.
Pretty
The,
rough or whatever.
Hmm?
Yeah. You got a vicious weapon.
yeah, it does, so incapacitated.
Will
Um,
end if you attack it, I believe.
incapacitated can't take actions or reactions. Doesn't.
No.
It's paralyzed, I believe, that gives you advantage in the auto crit.
No,
Yeah,
but it will end charmed, and the spell says that while it's charmed, it's also incapacitated.
Yeah,
Yeah.
incapacitated means it can't act or react. It's the paralyzed that gives auto crits.
So my attacks will be at disadvantage anyway.
Right, is it true?
Be smarter to get the other sharks first.
Yeah, well, there's only one other.
And for coup de grace, I believe
What, 2, 3?
I
Yeah,
mean,
3 of them are charmed.
they have to be
Yeah.
unconscious.
yeah. And their con is so high, I doubt that I can get a paralyze off on it. With any form of
Just
reliability.
conventionally kill him.
Yeah.
I'll go beat up number 172 here, and then
Yeah, I mean, attacking this hunter shark, this massive shark, will damage the other hunter shark it's linked to.
Yeah, but same vice versa. The idea was you could hit a small hit and still deal damage to the guy who probably has higher AC. But it doesn't matter either way.
I seem to hit it fine. No, just alright.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Why not? Double flop. Wow.
maybe you don't.
Maybe I don't do it.
Miss. The last one hits
Nice.
for 5 and wakes up 2 sharks.
I'm happy about this. Well, at least it hurts both of them. You know,
Yeah, it's true.
could have worked out
It's
better,
balanced for both of
but
them.
it didn't.
Right. The shark is upset. All the pretty patterns are gone. It's
Oh, we should get
A shark's nightmare. It's like
it's gonna go for Bulldog. He's bigger.
it's
They're
like a
big.
harmony. It's just coral reef.
That definitely hits. Oh, Bulldog thinks this was a great idea, but not as great as it could have been.
Right.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
I will spend 2 sorcerer points. I believe I can, and then I can throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. Is this correct? Look at the sorcerer thing. And move it. Quickened spell. When you cast a spell that has casting time of 1 action, you can spend 2 sorcerer points to change the casting time to 1 bonus action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Since they're cantrips.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So I guess this will still be 4 rolls really.
Well, it'll be
That's
8.
both hits.
Right.
Yeah, but those were
So that's the
Wait.
first attack.
that's the first one.
So there's the second attack. There we
And
go.
those both hit too.
Yeah.
You can add 46, right?
Wait, no, does 8 hit? I still have
Oh,
disadvantage.
sorry,
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. No, the 8 misses. So
Yeah,
it's 3
so
hits.
3d6.
5, 13, and 4, 25, which is exactly enough to kill him.
Bam.
Nice.
Cool. My sorcerer, 2 sorcerer points spent.
Bulbuck will swing against the shark to his north here. 1 and 2, hitting both, doing 43. Still, he'll shout as he smashes the shark. And, oh, we should eat these later.
Good idea, Bulbuck. We're done
Good
here.
idea,
Remember, it goes onto the massive shark as well.
It does.
Both
take
true.
43 damage.
Yeah.
Ow.
I'll move here and attack the little shark here.
I'm very happy with this combo so far.
For 19. The first one actually kills it, though.
Well, I'll kill
guess-
the sleeping one then, too.
Do.
Wolfhawk should just start holding these up on the deck.
Yeah.
That
Sure,
can
yeah.
help kill the
Look at that.
massive shark.
Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Big
Darius.
fish.
Cast Fairy Fire on massive. Can I get a Dex saving throw, please? He's probably very good at that, but
It's
hey,
Yeah.
let's negate some
Massive,
disadvantage.
You know.
So yeah, he's got a little purple aura,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I'll cast a bonus action healing word second on Artemisia.
I can't.
Yes. Oh no, Fairy Fire is a spell-like ability,
Oh,
not
okay.
yeah.
Yep, so you can.
Certainly can.
Nice. I make sure I can if I can find the spell. There we go. Or do you want Shield of Faith? Which would you rather?
Just health should be fine.
Cool. Second level healing word. Here we come. 9 hit points.
Right, okay. Someone give me a d4. Actually, Halldamir, I think you should.
Me?
You might be the most directly affected.
That's true.
No.
Nope.
Damn it.
It was your turn anyway.
Shark's got a bite. Advantage 13. That's terrible.
I'm okay with it being terrible, as it turns out.
Artemisia.
I will stab it. 18, 15, 15?
They hit except for the one, obviously.
Obviously.
17, 22. Shark. Many a scar now, but it's unperturbed.
Alright, well, I'll spend another 2 sorcery points then.
We're definitely
Yeah.
going to have a long rest
You
after
you have
this.
advantage on the rolls because
No,
Oh.
it doesn't, because it's still disadvantage.
Remember, Hex.
why?
So now they're just normal, no?
Because
Yeah.
yeah, it's just normal now, because it's a ranged attack.
Remember, Hex.
No, but she's using a spell. I think
Yeah.
it was only melee weapons that got disadvantage.
No,
No.
ranged attacks also.
Ranged attacks also.
Oh, okay. Oops, I messed up my guiding bolt then.
So can we just use both
No.
these for hits then? Or do I roll again?
No, roll again.
Okay.
Because we need another damage roll too. Yep, hit, miss.
So 3
17.
hits again?
Yep, 3 hits.
Nice, even 30.
For that is 17, 13 for 30. Shark is on its last legs because it doesn't have any.
Turns out the tribe person who lives on a tiny island has maybe 4 shark.
It's not unlikely. Bulbuck is going to start carrying these sharks. Shark.
Yeah.
Yes!
Who wants these?
That's
All of
so
these.
much food!
Ragnar will help.
You have to hang it from the back.
Hang for like a month.
He, like falls off.
But
the
you know,
edge.
when we beat the Titans, it'll be a good feast.
Walk over here and trident it.
Hit and miss.
Crit on the first one.
Actually, it's both hits because you have advantage.
You do have advantage, because Fairy Fire.
2 damage on the top one there, and then we'll just like swing one of those for.
Slice and dice. The massive shark stops moving.
Yay.
Let's save whoever's in the gullet
Yeah.
of this whale.
Combat is over.
Wait, why is Ragnar in the water?
He's helping take the
He's helping
sharks
get the
out.
sharks.
Oh.
It's just very cute.
He's
Like,
a ravenous little wormling, okay?
I know. I'm his honorable auntie.
You are his auntie.
Yeah.
It's
Auntie Ariad.
true. He's the only family she has now.
oh.
Alright, who's in the
Well,
gullet of this
I know.
whale?
Poor dragon's gonna be smothered.
Start cutting.
Demons will pull out the metallic thing.
The metallic thing seems to be a man completely encased in some sort of plate armor. One that looks almost, not more protective than your usual plate armor, but certainly designed to cover everything and apparently also be waterproof. To sort of pull at the person, he seems thoroughly stuck in the decomposing shark here. Could eventually rest him free, as he'll sort of struggle to raise the like face shield of his armor.
Is he Australian?
You know what? Yes, he is.
Oh, we got a mate of yours down south.
Is he alive? Yeah.
He seems to be in reasonably good condition. So he basically goes, "Oh, blimey, I've been stuck in that thing for months, it feels like. Thanks, stranger. It's really unfortunate. Used to be quite nice down there in that thing, but after it died, things sort of started going south, going north, as they say.
Lived in a whale as a choice.
I mean, it got me places. Don't have me boat, so can't be picky, you know?
Well, you are speaking to Demos, legendary hero of the land. Who might you be?
Name's Aegis, as I'm just a bloke, really.
Perhaps you shall tell your story to me and my compatriots aboard our boats, the Ultras, which we have recovered, which you can be excused for not knowing, given that you have been stuck in a whale for a while.
So that would be marvelous.
Come with us then. Return to the boat.
As it's not been a
You
full
got him,
minute,
dude?
I make my
Yeah.
full jump again.
Yeah. I'll cast Mage Hand to bring a bit of rope over to Demos, and then cast Levitate on him so he can just go up and then pull him on board.
Could swim, but it's it's hard to climb over the edge of the
Yeah,
boat. to the
fireman
boat.
carry the guy, and yeah, there we go.
So, stranger, regale us with your tale.
You see, some time ago, our boat sort of crashed. It sunk, among other things. I tried to find exactly where it went down underwater. You see, got this fancy suit for it, except didn't really have a boat or help. So I figured, local wildlife, fascinating. Gotta admit, first time I got eaten, it wasn't entirely intentional.
You don't say.
Would have
Right.
worked out great, except the thing got bit by a big old shark, I think.
I see. Well, your accent I do not recognize. Are you perhaps Arisian?
No, I
How dare you?
Uh, from way that way, I think, just real far,
I don't know. Well, I would offer to take you home. Perhaps we can find the island. If you can tell us which star sign your island is located under, we could try to navigate and find it and return you home as we've done others.
He sort of blinks. She says, thanks. How about I catch my bearings for a bit, and then we can figure out how to get there. It's gotta warn you, though, it's gonna be quite a trip, especially since your boat can't fly. A fine boat, but He sort of shrugs.
Ah, you perhaps should meet another one of our passengers. So gesture to Mikael over here on the deck. Him. He too spoke of flying boats.
He basically like saunters over. It appears, the news of the strange metal man has traveled, as he indeed seems to recognize him. Sort of stretching out his name, his arms rather, not his name, and recognizing him by name.
Huh. Oh, isn't that nice?
Is this part of the like DLC? Like,
Yeah. It's the
are
DLC.
we gathering items for skin? Like if we get all the 7 Australians, then
hat.
we get
Yeah. All 7.
something. You know?
They all have the knowledge to make the Ultras fly.
Yes.
We get all
Oh my
7
God.
Australians, and we get a wallaby for a pet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm committed.
You're all right, mate. Perhaps you find a way to make our boat fly, and then we.
Base campaign goes to level 15. Level 15 to 20 is surviving Australia.
The greatest
Oh
challenge.
God,
yeah.
no!
Not
See a
the
coast.
Australia.
The air is choked with smoke. There's wildfire everywhere. The coast is covered in poisonous spiders and snakes looking for anything to hold on to. Oh, no.
Oh my God. That's ridiculous.
In addition to recovering Eagleseer, he has decided that he never wants to wear the armor he's been wearing for months ever again. So it's quite fancy. Might be something you can use instead. It is effectively a mariner's plate armor with one extra little bit in that it works as a diving suit, which means you can hold your breath indefinitely.
Oh wow.
Bullbug?
You must well put that on. Why not? It's just an upgrade to his current plate.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Don't need to rely on a fly spell. Look at you.
Well, I mean,
Fight a
unless we have to fly. In which case,
I can survive being swallowed by Kraken.
A
Yeah.
diving suit.
slowly just,
Hmm.
kill it from the inside.
Very cool.
Awesome.
Sure, too good.
Well, look at that.
All right, I'll take a really quick toilet break and then we'll continue.
Mariners.
Plate.
Mariner's full plate.
It's called the diving plate.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the +2 adamantine plate, late game, but it'll do until we find our second adamantine ain't good.
Oh God.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. We
Yeah.
will be gods.
This can now be in water
Mhm.
without issue.
I mean, fear him.
Just wait until I'm level 9. I can just start walking on water. All right.
Fucking
Just wait.
You have to sing that song then, though. That's. I'm pretty sure that it says that in the rules in the book. They made like one lyric different because obviously there's copyright. They can't infringe on that.
It's just, I'd find it hilarious that at 9th level, as a monk, you just learn how to run up walls and along water.
Yeah, it's.
It's just that you become so badass, gravity no longer applies to you.
I feel like monks have with movement what clerics have with healing. At one point, it's just like
Infinite bullshit.
the cleric does his thing, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, I'm full health. What? Hey, it's a mind reaction." It's like, oh, okay.
Just wait until we get to 18th level where I can just become invisible. just get to spend an action to become invisible. Or astral
y'all haven't
project.
been doing so great for being invisible, so I don't know how I feel about it. It's just saying that.
18th level I get to. Whenever I make an attack, I can replace one of the attacks for an attack against every enemy within 5 feet.
Oh god,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
that thing.
My first one is to like a spin attack to attack everyone, and then I finish my attack with doing like the 3 remaining ones.
Yep. I'm looking forward to the point where we I can get close to like 30 AC from abilities that we all have. Like just stacking one another.
I'm looking forward to one day be able to use a shield.
Mm.
I'm exciting.
I didn't
Oh,
realize that
whoa.
you were a Sorlock. That's
A
interesting.
Sorlock? What is
Sorcerer
that?
Warlock.
That
Sorcerer Warlock.
no.
How do you
I
have
I'm
Eldritch
not
Blast then?
Sorlock. Hmm?
How do you
are a
have
sorcerer
Eldritch
warlock?
Blast?
No, I am, but I don't acknowledge that
Okay.
abbreviation.
I
That is
see.
terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Could also be a Wolcerer.
No.
Yeah.
Sorcerer.
No, a worse road. That's better.
That's
Is it?
what? That's
I
not better.
know.
That's worse.
I think Sorlock is better.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, because the other one is like a sorcerer but with war, so that's better.
Oh,
The other
Scarf
one's
Life
just
again. That's not
a
good.
sour lock. I'm not a sour lock.
I'm guessing
Yeah,
we're
I'm right now.
I'm guessing
Curious
we're gonna
patient.
take a long rest before we go on
To the island for sure. Yeah, we're still on day 2. Like we
'Cause
yeah,
I
don't actually arrive until tomorrow.
burnt many things.
Yeah, same. Like ring the bell on the deck. Like everyone up, no rations tonight.
It's all safe.
It's fresh pea meat. It's true. You need to dry
All
shark
races
for a
and
long time.
vendors onto
What
the
traits do?
boat. Onto
Oh wait, no, it needs to be medium or smaller. Damn it!
Maybe there's a minnow or something you can
Yeah,
steal.
you can take a long rest first of all.
A slightly smaller shark.
Thank you.
Damn.
All right. Done.
Demark my sorcerer points.
Yes. Get all my spells back.
Heal.
Let's go to this island.
Let's go.
Yeah. Eventually, the next day, you presumably arrive at the correct island, considering that both Brond as well as the lizard folk seem excited. And there's a big, well, a thin, constant stream of ash and smoke being emitted by the island's central mountain. To give you a better description. Crystal clear blue water, and a handful of smaller islands surround the landmass you're approaching. Dense tropical foliage covers the island, and you can hear the cacophonous sounds of abundant wildlife. An impressive black mountain rises from the jungle at the center of the main island, and the smell of smoke and brimstone hangs in the air. The sailors will inform you that it appears most of the island is surrounded by coral reefs, although they can pretty much anchor wherever. They're skilled. They can navigate past the dangerous bit, so it's really up to you where you anchor. I'll make the map for you available. Player visible.
Go close to Yankor, wherever Bron
You
says
also
that
want
is.
this event to be able to go home,
Yeah, they could walk.
not harassment.
Yeah, Bront will suggest that you make anchor in like the eastern cove, whereas the lizard folk will heavily suggest doing the exact opposite and going to the little outcropping to the west.
Yeah, well, since we may be here to kill their enemies, take a
What's
walk.
the middle? I mean, where are we going first?
Well, let's double check one thing. If Artemisia asks for their opinion on Sidon, so there's a folks' opinion on Sidon in general.
They are very anti-Sidon.
All right, we're going with them. They seem cool.
Yeah, but being on their side means more likely to. I mean, I guess we can walk or whatever, but
I'm sure we
time
can
is
walk.
pressing.
I'm sure we can walk.
Which so
So west is the wizard.
I guess it's
lizard folk.
here or here.
Yeah, basically, like the lizard folk seem to say that their tribe, the wisdom chosen, are on this little bit here. Whereas Yankor seems to be thoroughly entrenched on the actual volcano.
If the wisdom chosen were like the leaders before Yankor was here, then maybe they can give us an idea of a secret entrance for when we kill them all. I think we should go to the lizard folks village first, at least.
I really don't.
Sure,
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, whatever.
I don't mind.
All right. Go
I know that we want to go rescue Chelsea, but I suppose once that's done, back. That's fine.
It's Chelsea, by the way, not Chelsea.
Chelsea? Okay.
It's Chelsea.
Chelsea. Chelsea.
Chelsea, that's better.
Mm.
Oh, there's a football team, I think.
Yes.
Chelsea is a football team, yeah.
I know stuff. Popular, hip stuff.
I know that
What?
you notice that Darius has been a little snippy the last couple of days and just generally fatigued. And as this conversation turns to Demos and Artemisia and says, I know that we agreed that the right thing to do was to bring these people home and that we could get a potential boon from Chelsea, but I need to remind you that time is precious right now. I'd like to do this quickly if we can.
Sarge, we could just leave them here and go elsewhere if you think it's important.
Also,
Bring
once
them
we
home was the main thing for me.
Yeah.
I just don't want to stay in town with the lizard people. Like, we brought them home, and yes, they should be home, and we agree with them, but that probably means just going and forcibly making Yankor do what we want and then leaving. I don't want to spend time. Whatever, let's just go.
I know Artemisia wouldn't want to fight anyone we've been friends with for a day, so I suppose we can't act before tomorrow.
We were friends with Hexia for more than a day. We were
I'm glad to see that.
literal allies. We were just showing these guys a way home.
Not Hexia.
Not Hexia, Mex, whatever.
Moxina.
Moxina. These guys were literally just taking home. We didn't have like an actual agreement in place.
Yeah.
It's a vast difference.
And I realize that Bront's caught in an awkward position here, but we're doing the right thing taking him home, and if he decides... Now, let's go escort your people home, because apparently they can't walk to their own village, and then go to where we need to go.
I mean, if you really don't want to talk to the people that would... I mean, we could just drop them off. I'm not that hung up on it.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. Put his head against his forehead. Let's just go. I'm just asking that we be efficient with our time.
Mm-hmm.
As always.
Snort with that.
Sure, let's go to talk to some dragon people.
Right, you can put your tokens on the map here.
Go fetch it.
Rob's a bit sad that he has to walk that far, but he'll make do. He has long legs.
It's cool, bro. You got long legs. These guys got short legs. We'll meet up.
Yeah.
Should fetch his token. I see. There he is. The lizard folk will excitedly lead you into the fairly dense jungle on this island, actually.
Oh, great.
The wildlife here is ever present and borderline unafraid of you as you approach. They do seem to observe the lizard folk with more care, but it does not appear that humans really, or even the other races of Thylea, often come here to the point where even the wildlife doesn't really know that you might be a threat.
You should tell our boat people to restock what they need.
The lizard folk, as they lead you through the jungle, will chitter excitedly, which makes them basically impossible to understand. You can occasionally pick out the occasional draconic word like feast and excitement and good and those sorts of words, but exact sentence structure is just gone. Eventually, after a good hour or two of tracking, there's a bit of a commotion, as apparently the lizard folk notice something before you do. They shout the draconic word for friend, after which the presumably almost an ambush turns into a greeting party instead. Seems to be a few lizard folk around you, perhaps 6 or so, who then join the excited chorus of, visitors. The word Dragonlord actually falls once or twice. As they will continue leading you to eventually a small set of caves. There's some activity in what appears to be not exactly a village, perhaps more best described as a camp, and not exactly the most civilized of people. But there are houses, there are stockpiles, there's general activity in what appears to be just the outside part. Could be compared to like not exactly a city center, but certainly a gathering area. As the 2 lizard folk you brought back will say to you, here wait, Queen Lizard bring. As they head off.
Artemis will turn to the group and say, we're to wait here. They're bringing their queen to see us.
Yes. I didn't realize they...
Sorry, continue.
No, go ahead. That's all.
After just moments, really, a larger group of lizard folk emerges from the caves. It looks approximately like this. As an older lizard folk, wearing what appears to be like ancient clothing, which might have once been worn by some of the few sailors that actually came here, will slowly approach you, and in much better Draconic, before actually switching to fairly decent Common, says, welcome visitors. This language, or language of old?
How many of you speak Draconic?
Draconic all, although different.
I think it's just me that speaks Draconic.
No, I speak it.
You
as
speak
well.
it. So us 2 speak Draconic.
Yeah. Or say, and she might have an easier time understanding since Darius speaks, 500-year-old Draconic, not exactly modern day Draconic. as he says, half of us speak the old tongue, half of us don't. So it depends on how important it is that your people understand us. We're flexible.
She thinks for a moment, then continues in common. My people are aware that I want their best. I have been told you rescued some of ours. For that, we are grateful. I've also been told that you returned Janko Smith, for which I am neutral. I have also been told that you oppose the Stormlord, for which I see opportunity.
We found people from this island who were being held against their will, and we indiscriminately freed and offered opportunity home, which we have done. Anything that they do beyond that is their choice. Perhaps returning Yankor Smith will have some goodwill, as we hope that it does with you, gesturing to the two that have been returned.
Goodwill with Yankor pointless. He is crude, he is rude, he is disruptive. We had order before by wisdom, but he disrupted it. He called himself the chosen by the Stormlord, took over the volcano and the tending of the thing within, but different, worse.
Thing within?
We've always been tasked with tending the volcano. Yanko has been tasked with containing the volcano.
So you would have no problem with it being free to leave, simply making sure that it is looked after.
Perhaps my language not good, but volcano cannot leave. Volcano is fire inside.
The being inside the volcano.
Fire and being are same, separating impossible.
How do you tend to it? How did you tend to it?
Difficult. Commune we did. Yanko sacrifice.
Well,
So just quickly out of character, it sounds like the lizard folk that were here didn't frequently or didn't do sacrifices in general. And Yankor is specifically under Sidon's bidding.
yeah, I mean,
And the lizard folk
yeah.
are not into
It sounds like wiping
it.
Yankor and letting the lizard folk go back to their old way is what's best.
It was ideal in our typical running of things.
Mhm.
Slay Titan worshippers, leave behind non-Titan worshippers.
So, well, you're in luck. It so happens that we need to commune with the being in the lava. So, if Yankor wishes us to stop, then our interests would be aligned. His Smith can make his own decisions whether or not to participate. He would be foolish to do so.
Her eyes like blink one at a time as she pauses. Before she says, being in volcano, angry, very, very angry. We calm with talk, Yanko calm with sacrifice.
I
Not
like
a good
your
idea to talk, ask.
You can feel free to stay far away when that happens, if you want. But at very least, Yankor's way, not good.
We will end it.
She nods heavily at that. You're right. You bring dragon.
little head poke.
Did you take him with you? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's with me.
She her expression is hard to gauge. Perhaps a bit of frown. She says, "Very young. Once, long ago, wisdom came. Wisdom, dragon, Dragonlord, taught us to talk more than fight.
Do you remember their name?
She nods at that. The name. Look that up. As she'll oddly pronounce the name Tisofeli, which Darius will immediately recognize as one of the original dragons of the Dragonlords.
Do I know which Dragon Lord was his partner?
Yes. That was the dragon of Telemach Arcalander.
And sorry, can you remind me the dragon's name again?
That is
Tisof-
Tisofeli.
Right. So, Tisofeli. Yes. Tisofeli and Telemach. Friends, gestures to self, like points at self. Old friend.
They stranded. We helped, then left.
Huh. Friend of Telemach is friend of me.
She shows some wicked lizard teeth at that, and what probably meant to be a smile. For she gestures further into the cave as she says, "We feast. Great good thing, your arrival. We shall eat my youngest son."
We are unfortunately hard pressed in our fight against the Stormlord and his wife. Time is not something we have lots of.
Oh, but food good. You will get our strength. It is important for you to be prepared.
It's true. And we have to eat anyway.
Yes, but we don't have to. You have a whole feast. Feast take forever.
I mean, Artemisia looks to
Bring
Darius.
Bulbuck.
I have full faith in the fact we will kill some Furies in 12 days.
Which means you don't know that. I don't know that. I hope you're right, but so gestures to the group. Great warriors, our strength alone show you great power. Destroy. Oh God, what's his name? Yankor. Feast after at Volcano. Take back home, then feast.
Mm.
She seems confused by that. But
Take
why?
back your home.
But you do not want our help, our strength. If you fight for us, then you must accept. Great honor.
Aw, damn it.
Yeah, let's accept.
We gotta kind of accept now.
Fine.
It's
It
their
can be
honor.
quick. If it must be quick, then quick.
Yes, thank you. And we feast now. Quick.
She nods.
Eating her son? Okay. Whatever.
What is
Cultural-
up with that? That's
Cultural
whatever.
thing.
We can't.
Like-
People's cultures. We cannot impose our own cultural
Values.
prejudices.
Give
I
me
mean, does he
a
consent?
give me a nature check if you like. I think nature's more.
A nature check?
I feel
Nature
like
or history.
History, please.
Oh goodness.
19.
Oh.
I also got 19.
I mean, both of you have probably vaguely heard the stories of
no, I have not heard of.
the lizard people, as it were, who believe that if you eat someone, you inherit their strength. So that seems
no.
to be at
That's
play.
it. It's just like a cultural.
Yep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Well,
They're all cannibals, basically.
Yep.
Is that something the dragon taught them? As an excuse to eat them?
We may never know.
maybe.
Do you ask?
I don't think I want
Sure. What did the dragon think about that?
Dragon refused a great dishonor, but it was large. It perhaps did not need the strength. It taught to talk, think before act. To she seems to be fishing for the word. Taught to vote for leader.
to. They do have a democracy.
No, the dragon believed that.
Oh, jeez, that's crazy.
No, the dragon taught them a democracy.
Well, no, they still eat people. They still eat their own.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah.
You voted in.
She nods. Years ago, before Yankor. But then he came, introduced an old order of fighting and being strong, and he is lightning staff.
We take lightning staff.
Ariad's not eating any sons.
Yeah, I don't want to do this feast. This is dumb.
That is gross.
I want to go and fucking release this Titan and take a lightning staff. Darius is so irritable right now. He hasn't slept properly. He hasn't slept properly for a few days.
I mean, sure.
Then she will invite you inside, where a nice meaty meal will be prepared for you. It's barely
Is this
recognizable
like-
that it's probably a lizard folk that used to make it, but
It's alligator.
it tastes like chicken.
Oh,
No, thank you.
No.
Yeah, I had to tell them about being a pescatarian.
That's fair.
We'll
As
sit and watch them eat, and then be like, "All right."
Just raise his hand and say, Lutheria would approve of eating one's own kind. Thus, I would not. Maybe the dragon was right when it said that you shouldn't do that.
She stares for a bit. She says, "You would ask for a larger son instead."
No.
Roger, that has nothing to do with size.
How
Don't eat kids. No kid eating.
you would not want to be blessed by your strength? Grave itself.
Other
Not-
strength.
Not if it means.
This is ridiculous.
Let's,
Why are we here? We're not going to do the feast. Then let's go.
Should we just?
We don't need their strength.
What do you say, Manticore?
He's just looking to us like if is Darius saying that we should just kill these guys too and then go about our way?
No, I'm saying let's just walk away. If none of us are planning on eating, then why are we go do the thing?
Well, we gotta teach the lizard folk that cannibalism is bad.
I'm sure we
Okay.
can teach them
It's an
that
important
another time.
lesson.
I think it's low
Yes,
on our
the demons will look
priorities.
at them, look at this queen, and say, "I can prove it.
What?
Our strength. We have eaten no people. We will go and take back the volcano for you, to show you that you do not find strength from that. You find strength from exercise and proper training regimen."
Buy my book.
Yeah, and eating the right proteins. Oh,
Eggs, not bodies, for protein.
Whoa. Artemisia covers
absolutely horrified at that.
covers Ragnar's ears like, what? Don't talk about eggs so soon. Demos.
Ideally from flying creatures,
Whoa,
birds.
whoa.
For
All right,
example.
Ragnar, we're off. We're leaving. Okay.
yeah, that was
Delicious chicken.
Don't listen to Uncle
Her
Demos.
expression turns contemplative for a moment as she says, more strength, other eggs, yes. Yankor has dragon egg.
Whoa.
What?
Okay, A, we need to save dragon egg. B, we're not eating dragon egg.
I mean, it's like once in a lifetime opportunity.
No.
It's a really big omelet. It probably tastes like
Protein,
chicken.
though. No. Demas just sort of shrugs and says, if you had understood the dragon correctly, would you not still have the volcano?
She doesn't seem to understand.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's a lost cause, my friend.
Come on,
Well-
Demas. You know that democracy needs people to.
Democracy.
That's so not important.
What are you talking about?
Democracy has never worked.
Gestures to the Matrosian military uniform.
Monarchy is the only way.
I'm perfectly good with royalty as long as they don't suck.
Yeah,
Well, I guess technically
he's-
the people's picked this guy to be king, right?
I mean, it's
He
just,
picked himself.
yeah.
Sidon picked him.
No,
Yes.
our king in Mitros.
Mm.
Because he's so popular.
Yeah.
So I guess you should have unpopular kings.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go kill
just
some
erase ya.
for
Let's go kill another.
Sidon, yeah.
Yeah.
Why not?
Let's dismantle another monarchy.
That seems fair.
2 this week. Let's go.
Alright. You reject the generous offer of a feast and continue on.
Yes, her son can live to be eaten another day.
Oh, he's
They
dead.
already butchered him, yeah. So I guess,
I'll put him in the fridge then.
Put him in the fridge.
Jerky out of him. Oh my god.
They're gonna make jerky out of him.
Hey, I'm committing to someone being afflicted with nightmares and no sleep all the time.
Yes.
He's a jerk.
Alright.
Like you want
But I think we'll end the session here.
just imagine these original Dragonlords. Real swell people, seems like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, this is one of the few cases that we've not encountered some horrible news about the Dragonlords. From
Okay,
the
we
sounds
haven't
of it-
heard about the
Yeah,
dragon
this is-
sword.
Yeah.
True.
This is like back when they were, naive.
Yeah, like this is the dragon arrived, and then was like, "Hey, that's not a good idea, but I'm not going to press it upon your culture to not eat your kids. But here's an idea for selecting rulership." So at least
This
this
colonialist dragon.
it was at very least it
We need to
was
set
the
up a
dragon
mission.
showing up
better
and
than
eating everyone.
genocidal dragon lord.
Yeah, it's much better than genocide.
Yeah.
They know that
Imagine
giants got
treating
placed
a
in the way
god
to
killer.
eat your kids, and the giants were like, yeah, of course.
God killer, yes.
They're like, let's purge the whole thing.
It's a net positive for the dragon here.
Maybe we'll end up being like
At
that
the
too.
moment.
Yeah, maybe.
What, looking for those net positives?
No. It's like the Dragonlords got to this island. They were like, oh, they eat their kids, but you know what? We can still teach them things. And then by the 50th island, they were like, hey, giants, do you eat your kids? And they were like, yeah. And then there was like, let's just burn it, butcher everyone. So,
Done.
fucking done with this.
That's how it started. So this is the second
Probably is
constellation they
true.
went to.
Yeah.
All these
And then
degenerate blood
I will
cultures.
genocide this area, and I will resurrect them all to be under my right.
All of our historical clothes were made from the skins of our friends. You're like, oh, right.
Oh, all right.
Oh my god.
Well.
We judged them, but now we become them.
No, I judged them. Why are they fucking?
How much XP do we get for that insane shark encounter?
You know what? I promise to be more diligent. I will give you XP right now.
What? That's crazy.
First
I
time
know.
that we did a session that was almost entirely just the boat trip.
That's why I asked.
Skip right over
I
it.
wanted to.
Yeah, crazy.
I know Sheep wanted to be more diligent, so I'm enabling
Sheep.
such a thing.
Opportunity. Oh,
Such hinting.
good. Generosity is truly inspiring.
You know, massive shark has to have given us a lot.
Well, really, we found the secret Australian. You know,
It was the
2 out
finding
of
him.
7.
Yeah.
2 out of 7. I'm telling you.
You get 2,000 experience each.
Oh wow,
Neat.
it's pretty good.
Yeah. Fought some manticores, fought a whole lot of big sharks.
We are well on our way to level 8.
Yeah.
Don't get the experience for the queen's son because you didn't eat him.
Can I?
You
Okay,
know-
we could kill the queen while we're here.
No.
Then
So what I'm
they
hearing,
could eat
Sheep,
her.
We did the
and
right thing. We did the
queen.
right thing of returning people.
if
you know,
we commit,
free Chelsea, and then it's their fucking business. It's not
if
our
we
business.
commit genocide,
Returning
we'll
those people
level
was literally what I was here for.
up.
Say again.
I just wanted to return those people, and maybe discover the giant can make more magical stuff.
That's all I care about, really.
He made like a +1 shield. With those, I could.
That's true. That's true.
Maybe
I
I
was
can
like,
go
man, took 3 days to get here.
You know,
See if we can find a faster way out.
+5 shield.
I do like
+5.
the idea of Artemisia like walking through the jungle, her silver dragon worming in hand as she goes. So here's the benefits of killing.
Here's the pros and cons of committing genocide.
Do you not like them to live? Or do you like them to live? That's the question you ask yourself every day.
And remember, anyone from Mitros is just simply not as martially skilled as Arisians.
It's a very important
It's
lesson
just
right now.
simple
I will
facts.
strangle that dragon, Halldamir. It goes ruthless. Right to the face will take care of it.
Hey, just,
It better behave.
It's alright, we're gonna collect another one. We'll form a
gonna hear
horde.
bedtime stories about how well I defeated the son of Pythor in the Matrosian games. So that should tell you what you need to know.
Oh god. He's gonna be a good boy. He's studious. I'm proud of him.
What is with that lame ass dragon who can't even take care of its own problems, and then it wants the honor for doing it?
What?
Hey,
Yeah, Zerx. Yeah.
at this point, only 2 of the party has sworn, and if Darius kicks the bucket, then that's only.
Yeah, you think we can solo it? Duo it?
Yeah. Excuse me. That was a conversation trying to save our lives when you weren't there,
I know.
and we were level like 3.
It's convenient that I wasn't there.
Yeah.
Means that I'm not bound to anything. And that's just like, so if something were to happen that might make you not want to agree to what we had agreed to because I clearly hid some information about it, how could I ensure that you would do it anyway? And I'm like, I mean, can't really
No, I mean, I can't
make a
force you.
decision when it comes to it.
Be a dick.
I mean,
That's
I
how
can.
you-
Don't,
make
don't
that
give me a reason to want to kill you, and I probably
Yeah.
won't.
I can go
Great.
this entire time. I can go all of history.
Also,
with...
I already have
not
the
saying
Curse of
who.
the Treacherous, or I will soon. So
Yeah, that's true.
at this point, I can just break whatever oath I feel like.
I mean,
Do they stack?
I've
More
got a
Stack.
loophole.
you know, I'll just.
positive.
It's fine. I can just not
And Ariad's
answer
not
any
sworn to it.
question about it.
Curse of the really treacherous.
I can't.
Curse of the super treacherous.
True.
The super duper treacherous curse.
Super furies come after you at that point.
At some point, you'll just turn into like a piece of coal or something.
That's how the myth starts.
Or whatever.
That's how Santa gets coal. It's all
Yeah.
the super
mean,
duper
From all of
treacherous
Darius's
people.
lies.
It's Greek myths, right? So suddenly you'll find that the crew members have been turned into ham and you've eaten them, or fallen in love with your dad or something.
Well, do we get all his powers then?
No, sadly
I
not.
don't think it works that way.
It
So
is
apparently you get the XP of people you devour. So
Yeah.
let's remember that for the future.
Apparently, yeah.
Maybe we should kill that dragon and
I
then
want to point out that that was a joke.
of course.
Imagine the
now.
group that's like, hey guys, we went to this island first. Apparently this is how things work.
Yeah.
Oh, we killed that, like, we killed Chandras. Make sure to
Yeah.
recover the body
Yeah. We get XP for killing him, then for eating him, right?
while it's warm. You're like, oh god, what if this big campaign become?
That's how the Lutherian cult started. People were just offered double XP.
Oh no.
yeah.
All right.
Anyway, that dragon sucks.
We ate the sharks. So.
Yep. Core has a dragon egg, apparently.
Everyone has them. They just
Mm.
run around. So many dragons.
Well,
everywhere.
you know, Sidon is also like his two aspects is like storm and time, so maybe he can do some kind of funny business with the whole.
Yeah, time.
Yeah.
I mean, so
Time,
long.
time.
Oh yeah, like. So sorry, I kind of tuned out during your conversation a bit because I was writing something. What was the beginning bit that you learned about about Gaius's dragon?
It was definitely involved
smelled
in a
really
ritual
young.
that had made it
Yeah.
physically old, but its brain and mind was like baby,
Still
Yeah.
firmly.
Okay, so we were right. So
100% right.
like a babbling toddler dragon who has the body of a
right.
Of an adult.
pumped up 30-year-old.
Yeah.
Still smells like a young fish.
Yeah.
Moves
I mean,
and, like incontinent and everything, but
Yep.
Yeah.
It's alright, we won't do that to Ragnar.
magics.
It's
no.
too dark. Too horrifying.
I'm not sure where you read that, but time is not one of Sidon's domains.
I don't think
No.
he's,
Yeah.
He's the
Yeah,
Lord
I
of
don't-
Storms.
he's just storms. He's the sea boy.
Mhm.
Lord of
I'd be
the
a lot more afraid of
Oceans.
him if he could control time. That would
He's
be.
really not that bad compared to Lutheria. I still maintain.
I don't know where your like recent Sidon sympathizer side has come from, but I don't like.
Been thinking about it, and he hasn't really done like he made a storm, but
Oh,
that's like what happens sometimes,
aside
right?
from like preparing an army
Yeah,
to
he's the one
invade
that's been...
Mitros the second he can.
Yeah.
Okay, but he doesn't eat kids.
His cold
Yeah,
isn't.
no,
less
I'm
reasonable.
not saying that he like if you had to pick one and say like who's better than the other, then yeah, sure. Sidon is objectively better than Lutheria, but that doesn't make him good.
All right, I'm
I'm not
gonna.
saying he's good.
Thanks for playing. I had fun, even
Yeah,
though
thanks for the session.
basically only did Sea Voyage, but there were some interesting encounters, I think.
Hey, sometimes you have slow sessions, and that's okay. And we learned a bunch of stuff. We had a good
That
RP.
was great.
This time we'll.
And we got a dragon